Or is it time for my lunch? It's time for your mother's lunch. And she's right over there if you want to go and give it to her.
That's very confusing.
Step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, good morning, you beauties. I don't know why, but we're getting all suspicious. Yeah,
Touch my forehead. Throw this off.
Yeah, touch the wood, touch whatever you have to. It's the start of a brand new day. Whatever you do to feel lucky, do it right now. No, don't worry, you got us. We are the best luck you could have because we're all about the best this morning. The best in local. Look.
Oh, local looks?
Like hey,
is that what we're going
best
for?
in local everything and the best in local flavors. Why? Because it's a Wednesday. You know?
It is.
So we can officially just welcome Zanzi to the best 3 hours of your morning, especially if you woke up on the right side. And that's with us because, the best is just going to get even better if you pay attention to what's coming up this morning.
I do have a question for you all.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been thinking about this because you said best and then you said best. And then I was like, what is the best local food?
Ooh,
if you could think about it.
You are full of spice this morning. You're
I
going to just start
know.
out.
I
You're
just
going to break
wanna
the internet,
know.
break the TV.
So there's like local Cape Town, then there's local South Africa as well.
This is true.
For me, local South Africa, it's officially changed. It used to be a braai. I'm going with bobotie, guys.
Wow.
Bobotie is a South African dish like no other. I've never seen it anywhere similar anywhere in the world. You tell me if you can think of anything
You are
close
quite
to
passionate. Did you have an argument with someone
I
about
did.
this last night?
And I'm
dude?
sticking to it. Bobotie, don't you dare try me.
Perhaps it's on the menu this morning. Perhaps it's on the menu this morning. I do love it. What do you think
You know what?
exemplifies?
I'm just going to go with the general thing because I think everybody will eat it, from vegans to carnivores. It's slap chips.
Oh, yeah.
We make slap chips like nobody else in the world. Lots of vinegar, lots of salt. Sometimes that fisherman spice also.
The fact that mass producers of chips have to have a version of slap chip version just speaks
They made a
volumes.
tomato sauce that stains your fingers just for those chips alone. Like,
And they can pour a whole bottle of vinegar in, and it's still not enough. You get to the bottom, you're like, how do you not have vinegar on you? I'm going to flip the scripture, and I'm going to be a disruptor, and I'm going to say anything cooked by a South African chef. I get to travel around the world. I go to the places. We were in Barcelona, beautiful place, best produce in the world. The whole time I'm thinking, we're in the best restaurants in the world. Thinking, I wish a South African chef had cooked this. You can see I'm trying to win favor here this morning because we've got some South African chefs coming up. Now we're going to have a whole lot of fun, and we want you guys as well to join in the conversation. So let's start a conversation with you right now, in fact. And once again, we say good morning to you. When you talk about your favorite South African flavors, I know it's a broad spectrum, so many jumping off points, as Raul pointed out, man. There are so many things that make us unique. But where would you advise someone go to get that taste?
hey man, for me, I'm telling you, if you're coming out to Cape Town, you're going to get the Cape Malay flavor profile.
100%.
So we're talking Gatsby's, curries, you know, like all the stuff that makes us come alive, and all the stuff that has lots of colors in it as well.
Are we allowed to be biased? Can you name a restaurant? Would you name a place to send someone? I would just
let
say
me
go to
think
the Cape
about
Quarter
that.
in general to experience the food culture there. But
Unless it's a Gatsby. Then you want to head over to Athlone, all right? Then you want to go to like Weinberg, Anisa's, Golden Dish, something crazy like that if it's a
It
gibber.
starts now. It starts.
Now we're getting a bit more specific. But listen, you come through, Mzansi, let us know what is your go-to when it comes to advising a foreigner or a local on your go-to flavors. And we talk about South African flavors here. So come through. Maybe you can plug us on a secret place that we haven't even been to. G and I would love to go visit and tuck in. And speaking of tucking in, it's time for exactly that. Official duties must commence. Carissa's standing by. So let's tuck into official duties.
Thank you so much, gents. My mouth is watering, but I'm going to try to get through that first bit of news. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's start with your national news first, where the South African presidency confirmed that President Cyril Ramaphosa held a call yesterday with U.S. presidential advisor Elon Musk, discussing issues related to misinformation and distortions about South Africa. Now, the call follows rising tensions between Washington and Pretoria, sparked by a social media post from President Donald Trump criticizing South Africa's land expropriation program and threatening to cut off funding until an investigation is completed. Now, during the call, Ramaphosa reaffirmed South Africa's commitment to the constitutional value of rule of law, justice, fairness, and equality. In other national news, Anglican Archbishop of Cape Town, Thabo Makgoba, has apologized after a report found the church failed to protect the public from British child abuser John Smith, who moved to South Africa in 2001. Now, the report released by Dr. Mampela Rampela and Judge Ian Farlam revealed the church's failure to inform Church on Main in Claremont, where Smith worshipped. Makgoba initiated the investigation after abuse allegations surfaced in England and Zimbabwe since the 1970s. A report by the Church of England exposed Smith's mistreatment of around 130 boys, covering up brutal abuse for 30 years. In your international news making headlines, the Alliance of Rebel Groups in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo have declared a humanitarian ceasefire. In a statement, the group, which includes the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels, cited humanitarian reasons for the ceasefire after it has been capturing territory in eastern parts of the country. Now, the UN said at least 900 people have been killed and 2,880 injured in recent fighting in and around Goma. The ceasefire comes ahead of a planned meeting of Southern African Development Community and East African community leaders scheduled for Saturday in Tanzania. Meanwhile, hundreds of people have attempted to leave the Greek island of Santorini following a series of underwater earthquakes between Santorini and Amagos. Now, the agency region has experienced hundreds of tremors since Friday, with a 4.7 magnitude earthquake recorded yesterday. Greece, situated at the junction of the African and Euro-Asian tectonic plates, is earthquake-prone. Authorities have closed schools on Santorini and nearby islands until Friday. Seismologists warn that seismic activity could continue for weeks and advise avoiding coastal areas due to potential landslides along cliffs. And we close off with this story because, yes, we are so proud as a country where South Africa beams with absolute pride as Tseho Gale makes history as the first black woman to be crowned Mrs. World in the pageant's 40-year history. In a dazzling Las Vegas ceremony, she captivated hearts with her grace, intelligence, and passion for empowering women. Draped in a breathtaking Claris by Gerrit Pina gown, she radiated elegance, embodying South African excellence. Now, overcome with emotion, she vowed to use her reign to inspire and uplift women globally. Mrs. South Africa CEO Joni Jacobs hailed her as a symbol of strength and purpose, proving that beauty is more than appearance. It's about impact. Tseho's victory is a powerful reminder of resilience, leadership, and dreams truly fulfilled. Don't know about you, but I got goosebumps just reading that. Well done, Tseho, from the Expresso fam to you. Continue waving that South African flag so high. That's where we leave your news for now. Let's head into some sports. We can see if the boys are doing the same.
Legends made on the daily when it comes to local sports. At the moment, let's start with cricket. And my Cape Town have booked their spot in the Betway SA20 final with a dominant 39-run win over the Paarl Royals in qualifier 1, and that played out at St George's Park yesterday. So posting a massive 199 for 4, the Cape Town franchise clinical bowling sealing the victory as the Royals fell for 160 in the final over. So the Royals now face either the Sunrisers Eastern Cape or the Joburg Super Kings in qualifier 2, and that happens tomorrow, while the Cape Town team, they await their final opponent, obviously, for Saturday's final at the Wanderers. Going to be massive. Let's turn to football now. And Kaizer Chiefs, they were held to a 2-2 draw by Amazulu at FNB Stadium, extending their winless run to 2 matches while staying 5th in the Betway Premiership. So Amazulu climbed to 7th as a result, remaining unbeaten in 3 games now. Chiefs now turn their focus to Friday's clash up against Stellenbosch FC. Amazulu, they'll be hosting the Marumo Gallants on the the same day. Now, staying with footballing news, AC Milan have now signed João Felix on loan from Chelsea for the rest of this season. Portuguese forward, who joined Chelsea from Atletico Madrid for some 46 million, has struggled for game time, starting just 3 matches this season. Felix will link up with coach Sergio Conceição as Milan, currently 8th in Serie A, prepare for tonight's big one, Coppa Italia quarter-final up against AS Roma. Now on to rugby, and not the best news for the Sharks. URC hopes their top 2 hopes have taken a massive hit, with Makazole Mapimpi now handed a 3-match suspension for foul play. The Springbok winger was cited for eye contact on Cardiff's Efan Daniel and will now miss some key derbies up against the Bulls, the Lions and the return fixture at Kings Park as well. The Sharks, sitting 4th in the standings, could really use them, just 1 point behind the Bulls, who are hitting some great form at the moment. So we'll certainly watch that space, but that's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on the headlines again at around 7 o'clock. Brand new day. Weather has been crazy of late. Let's see what's in store here in South Africa.
Thank you so much, G-Man. And yes, taking a first look at the weather this morning, and the South African Weather Service has issued several warnings for today. Now, starting off with a yellow level 4 warning indicating severe thunderstorms with damaging winds, hail, lightning and heavy downpours, all expected across most of KwaZulu-Natal. Now, a yellow level 2 warning forecasts similar storms in the northern and eastern parts of the Eastern Cape, as well as the Highveld and escarpment regions of Mpumalanga, potentially causing localized flooding and infrastructure damage. Now, additionally, a yellow level 1 warning alerts to damaging winds and waves between Alexander Bay and Cape Agulhas, posing navigation challenges at sea. Now, hot and humid conditions are anticipated to create extremely uncomfortable weather in eastern KwaZulu-Natal. Well, as always, we get to smile, and it puts a dowel on everyone's face here, especially when we do this. And this is our sunrise view of the hour. Now, check this one out all the way from Durban, and Darushna sent us through a beautiful shot, even before the sun has risen. So, Darusha, you're definitely catching the worm on this one. And wow, I love how the pre-burn, that twilight time of the sun, is just lighting up the clouds in the sky. It's the red hues for me that stand out, and I love it. So, Darushna, thank you so much. This is an absolutely incredible shot all the way from Durban. We can't thank you enough. And a reminder, we'll do it all again in the next hour. So come through with the number 0634088863. Don't forget to use the hashtag Expresso and come through with a beautiful sunrise view wherever you are. For now, though, let's see what temperatures we can expect on your side of town.
Actually 100% rain, because I drove through rain this morning. I don't know how that works. I still don't know how they would do percentages, but it did rain in Cape Town, so maybe still rain on the way. Maybe you don't want to move a muscle and stay where you are, because we're all about the good flavors today. And we are going to big up some amazing places. I'm hoping food trucks are going to pull up outside and just start. We're going to get the smells of. But a great way to discover flavors of a place is to go to the place,
Graham.
hit the street food,
Absolutely.
baby.
And can I tell you, I had the absolute honor and privilege of heading out to Langa. I mean, it's a township that we always drive past and know and love, but the flavors within, I mean, it's literally just a left turn and you are introduced to a whole new world of a short left, you know?
A short left.
Introduced to a whole new world of deliciousness, from the sweet treats to the savory. It was just I was in heaven. I'm a foodie, so you know, I had a
I'm
good
here
time.
for these flavors this morning, and it's not going to be just flavors of the mouth. We're going to be giving you flavors of the ears as well. We've got a transatlantic jazz exchange, something absolutely incredible that you get to get a first-hand taste of. And let me tell you, it's stellar. Don't go anywhere, Mzansi.
Do we get them back?
I hope so. I hope
we get them back after this.
A full exchange. Transfer windows open. Bring them all back. Straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Right now, we are so excited to sit down with the masterminds, Mark Fransman, as well as Chantal Willie-Peterson, National Program Manager, and Ron Scott, who are behind the Transatlantic Jazz Exchange. Now, this is a groundbreaking program that brings together world-class jazz musicians from the US and South Africa for a series of masterclasses and workshops, as well as, of course, live performances. So please, on this Wednesday morning, let's give them a feel-good welcome. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
You're looking good. Can I just say that? First and foremost, from when I walked in, I was like, who is this man over here? Is this what you look like on a Wednesday at 6 a.m.?
Not regularly.
Okay, so it's for us. You dressed up for us?
Just for you.
Well, let's get into this beautiful, I'm going to call it a movement that you guys have created. It's absolutely stunning because when I think about music, it really is that bridge that brings people together. It's not just about enjoying some jazz, but also the initiatives that you do connect people, but also impact people. So can you tell me about the start of your jazz program and then also the impact that it's had so far?
Oh, well, actually, it was myself and Nasia Syria that we started this. We were talking about it for around maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
And it finally came to tuition about 2 years ago.
Sure.
And our first person that had a residency in New York as well as Chicago was Mark Fransman, you know. So once we got it going, you know, we were up. Mark came to New York. He did a residency. He did some master classes at the Jackie McLean Jazz Institute and some organizations in New York City, Jazz Mobile and Jazz Workshop. and it's moved on from there. But for me, since I live in the States, when I came here last year, when we brought Renee McLean over to do the master classes and workshops and work with some of the young people, that's when I knew we were doing something.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in your home,
Yeah.
you really don't see it. But then when you go to another country and you see young people and a smile on their faces, listening to this music we call jazz, and you see incredible musicians like Mark, you know, and Chantal, and we had Renee McLean, of course, a legend here in South Africa, you know, and music is universal, you know, and that's what Transatlantic Jazz Exchange is all about. It's universal, but little kids, they don't know jazz from R&B, from South African, Afro pop, or whatever. They just feel the groove and they dance. And to see all of these young people dancing when Mark was playing last year was, you know, I was like, okay, this is what this is about. It's about bringing students, bringing elders, bringing all of us into the music to share our cultures because, you know, we're so far apart, and it's like we hear all these things. Oh, well, those South Africans. Oh, well, those
What
Americans.
are they saying about us? What are they saying about us, Ron?
And then when we come together, you know, through the music, you know, bridging that gap through jazz, then it all makes sense, and we can all come together. If we can't come together on politics or whatever, we could come together on jazz and work from there.
Absolutely.
You know, on a positive level.
Listen, the politicians need to chat to you because if things are going awry, it's the jazz. It's the jazz that we need. Well, we got to get into the jazz playing. I mean, Mark, you knew I was coming to you. I just want to find out a little bit more about your experience and also just that education that you get through jazz, you know? It is a genre like no other. Y'all are inventing notes from who knows where. So what is the value in jazz education for yourself and also, you know, the next generation?
Yeah, as an organization, we've actually been focusing a lot on mentorship and the idea of reinforcing mentorship. You know, South Africa's got a strong oral tradition in jazz, a long oral tradition and a strong one, and so does, you know, the United States. And we you know, the transatlantic exchange, there's been a lot, you know, there's been you know, a lot of diaspora happening all over from South America all the way to North America. So this part of kind of a transatlantic movement, you know, I believe even with the slave trade, we weren't so much like, South Africa was more enslaved than, say, like people being enslaved, you know, with our situation. So, you know, our exchange also focuses on like healing from that perspective. And also, when I was in the States, for example, I was spending a lot of time in underprivileged communities there as well. I was on the south side of Chicago, for example, working with kids, musicians that, and I was mentoring them from being from Cape Town, you know. So we, as far as education is concerned, we have this very like, we want to go back to where musicians can have a direct impact on the immediate society, you know.
Absolutely.
With Kojo and Antoine being here, they exactly in the same fold that we are in as far as that side of things. You know, a lot of us are self-taught musicians also, but we believe that there are some avenues within our communities that we want to reach where conventional education don't always go.
Absolutely. And I love your contribution and what you've said from a first-hand experience. If we could just quickly touch on the date, Chantal, because I know you have a show happening this Friday. Please just drop those details quickly.
Yes, absolutely. So it's open to the public, and we want all ages, all communities to feel welcome. Today we start at Euroclity Primary in Khayelitsha at 4 o'clock, and tomorrow we'll be at South Peninsula for a workshop clinic, and then there's a concert at the St. Joseph Stone on Friday, and we're going to be in McGregor on Saturday.
Beautiful.
And in Johannesburg, there's a series of workshops from Wits University to Benoni to the former Dr. Johnny Makwa School of Music, and it carries on through to Kafka and the Swane School of Music. So there's a wide array of public venues for people to come and really participate.
Be there.
Be there.
Be there.
Be there. You heard it from them themselves. Cricket.co.za is exactly what you need to get into. And thank you so much. The best part, though, Mzansi, is that you get a front row seat into this beautiful jazz exchange that is about to happen. But I'm going to keep you waiting just a little bit longer.
The suspense is real, but you don't have to wait too long. I'm so excited for what's about to come in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But for right now, there's something to get even more excited about because it's an opportunity for you to ponder, push up, play the Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and the Lotto Plus 2 for 7 million rand in total estimated jackpots. And it's happening this Wednesday. So you can play the Lotto for an estimated 5 million rand, the Lotto Plus for 1 million rand, and Lotto Plus 2 for a further 1 million rand. And it's all happening today. So what you want to do definitely is go buy your tickets now in store. You can head over to the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, you got cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529 hash and then follow the USSDs. It's really that simple, and we made it even easier because we put all these details on our Expresso social media pages so you can go check it out right now. So that'll allow you to make sure that you get yourself in the running to win by playing the Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for 7 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. So all you got to do is go play right now, and good luck.
Oh, don't leave your house just yet. We're still going to have a lot of fun. We're all about the best of SA and shining a spotlight. Today, obviously, being a Wednesday, we take a culinary turn. Carissa's literally going to hit the streets. She's in Langa, finding the very best in street food in that space. That's, for me, the best way to explore culture through the food that you can access, and that's how you connect with the people. Then, speaking of the best in local, we got ourselves a bass. Sebastian is here to help us all try to act like Mzansi foodies and recreate some of our favorite dishes. Vet cook and mince on the way in just a moment. Is it curried? Is it not? You can weigh in on that conversation as the culinary hotline bling. I thought I was going to catch them. They're on fire this morning. We'll see you for that in just a moment.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And listen, let me take you to some special places. And one at the top of our list is Langa. Now, it's a place where history, culture, and community collide. And it's the perfect way to experience that way of food. And that is all through food, I think. It's a perfect option for all of us.
Yep.
And Missy,
Yep.
you did some things,
I did. Now, listen, there's this whole debate about the oldest township in South Africa. Langa is trying to claim this, and I think that they can, but Soweto is coming through with a strong contender. But today, we're stepping into the heart of this vibrant and historic township where every meal tells a story and every flavor carries so much tradition. Now, with the guidance of a very passionate local, I got to explore how food not only brings people together, but also uplifts small businesses and preserves its heritage. Raul, I can't wait for you to see
this
this.
sounds amazing.
Hello, Expresso fam, join me on this incredibly mouth-watering journey through the streets of Langa, Cape Town's oldest township. Now I want to introduce you to the warm community as well as the rich history and get you into some culinary gems that are sure to be added to your bucket list. Leading the way, we've got Pumelele Ndwe, who was born and raised in Langa, so he knows a thing or two when it comes to the foundations of this incredible place. And I can't wait to get into what I've heard is going to be roosterbrood as well as chisanyama. Sign me up immediately. So let's not waste any time. Let's get it. Holmes, thank you for having us here today. What are we getting into?
We started planning the tour for like 2 years, and then we started executing only last year in November.
So what is it all about? What is the purpose of the food tour?
The purpose of the tour is to give direct benefit to the community with regards to tourism. It's more like a communal tour where everyone benefits. So that's the purpose of the tour. Our first place that we're going to is Waya Rostile. They're known for your rostile. Rostile in Afrikaans, it's a roaster cook.
Yeah.
It's bread that's smoked. It's a tradition. They've been operating for about 10 to 12 years.
Oh my goodness, I'm just so happy to be here, to be honest. It's such an experience and an immersive one at that, like stepping into somebody's home and being able to watch people make and also get involved in making and creating the roaster cook. Something that I did grow up eating, but this is something different. It might be a bit early to say, but I think this might be my favorite one. Chicken mayo, you can't go wrong. And the bread is so fresh. I'm gonna go for another bite.
Guys, how was that?
Amazing.
10 out of 10 would
10 out of 10.
recommend.
Yeah.
So now, right now, we're going to Eziko. Eziko is a cooking restaurant that also specializes in baking, but most importantly, it's a culinary academy. So what they do, they take people that don't have jobs, people that don't have skills, train them, and then set them up for employment in your restaurants.
They are the best scones in town because people are coming all over. Some is coming as all over as Eastern Cape to look for our scones. And then we do supply most of the small shops as well so that they can experience our scones.
There are no words left in me. I'm not often left speechless, but these scones might be the best I've ever had. Oh my goodness, Eziko Cooking, you know what you are doing. Even more so that I love this place because they give back and they pay it forward, so to eating more scones. I absolutely love the history and the culture we've experienced so far. I mean, those scones better make it in the history book, but where to next?
So right now we are going to Nomzamo Butchery. It's a family-run butchery. It's been operating for about 2 decades.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's where we headed to get some bride meat.
Okay, bring the nyama on. There's so many options here, but going off of Plume's recommendation, I think we have to do the sausage. I know he's also throwing in chicken wings, so we're in for a treat. I've been looking forward to this moment since I woke up. I won't lie. My goodness, when I heard that nyama was on the menu, my mouth was already salivating. And this was claimed to be the best sausage in town. And let me tell you, it has lived up to the hype. Cheers. I have to say that the residents, the locals of Langa have just been so open and warm and really hospitable. I don't know what I was expecting walking in, but honestly, I feel like my family is here. I almost just pulled up a chair and said, guys, leave me here. I'm ready to chill and join the community.
Okay, so what do you get?
It's a very sharp knife.
These ones.
I don't know how your ribs are, but this is fantastic. There have been so many incredible moments from today, but a highlight has to be Kwamanda. I mean, being in the heart and bustle of the taxi rank and then enjoying some fresh lamb on the braai. I mean, it doesn't get better and more South African than that. So that definitely was my favorite part. Oh man, it is clear that Langa is, yes, a cultural hub, but also all about that culinary experience that we got to experience with a front row seat. And a huge shout out, of course, goes to Pumelele Ndwe for just really leading the way and showing us what it's like to experience the best scones in town, the best sausage in town, and I'm going to say it, the best lamb that I've ever had in my life. History and the culinary world coming together right here at 7455 to the world.
My word, you just dived into like flavor culture 101.
Yeah.
It looks so delicious.
Oh, and
How
it
was the
was,
vibe? How did
Rao.
you feel out there? Was it cool?
It was so cool, and I think there's so many preconceptions around townships in South Africa
Yeah.
or even underprivileged areas because we don't know. But when you step into spaces, you realize people are people are people. Food is food is food. Like, it was just such a beautiful cultural exchange, and it was so good to be there. I have to say a huge shout out to the guide. Please, if you ever headed that way, Pumelele Ndwe is the guide to connect with. It is Eat African with me across social media.
Yeah, now also you want to go check out Nick Hammond's adventures as he visits the best spots for local cuisine, and you can find it at Nick Hammond Graham online. But with that being said, my belly is awfully hungry, and we got something special to serve us. Let's go!
Yep, I got us a bass, I said this morning, bringing in the best of local, and we want to recreate the best of local in our own kitchens. Welcome officially to the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ding, ding, ding! I love it when there's a bit of bass. I love it when we embrace local flavours, my friend, and we're doing that. When you want to exemplify something that I think most South Africans absolutely love, vet cook, mince, sorted. Must the mince be curried?
For me, always.
Yes.
Always, and it's going to be a little bit saucy.
Ooh,
But before we begin, Graham, I need you to wash your hands. So just quickly,
thank you.
up here.
Do you get nervous when you've got to tackle dishes that South Africans make kind of every day?
I do, because our viewers, they will come for us.
They will.
They'll be like, this is not how we do it, that's not how it's done.
We
all of those
remember the
things.
vegetarian
But
Gatsby
what-
Day.
Ooh,
We were there.
Let's not
we
go
were
back
there,
there. Let's not
we
go
were
back there. What I will say is that this is my way of making it. This is how I like to
that.
make it. So if you like to make it differently, that's on you. Okay.
But isn't that the key? When creating, when getting kind of creative in the kitchen, follow your own flavor palette.
100%.
You know what you like.
100%.
I love that. So what do we like in this mince?
Okay, so for our mince, it's very simple, okay? So what we're gonna do is we've already browned our onions. It's burning a little because we were just getting involved in
We
that
do get
beautiful
involved. We do.
experience
In
Carissa
Langa,
went on.
absolutely
Very
amazing.
jealous. She didn't invite me along, but cool. We'll have that discussion later. Then we've got some leaf masala over here. So I like to use some leaf masala. I'm gonna go in with.
What does that mean, leaf masala? What is
Okay.
the
So you
difference?
get different.
His teacher voice comes out. All right, let me explain.
So you get different masalas, right? So we're using a leaf masala and we're using a roasted masala. You'll find in a lot of Cape Malay recipes it always uses a combination of the two because you just want that flavor to come through.
Just layers,
And then we've
layers
got
and
some
layers.
turmeric over here as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna first allow that with our curry leaves to just become fragrant. So you want that natural oils to come out of your spices and your.
Because this is how the flavor gets everywhere. Is once that oil is infused, the oil is what's cooking, the meat is what's informing the layers of flavor throughout, right?
100%. And what I like to do, even with this base that you've got here, right? You can even like make like a little curry sauce that you can add to things. So if you wanted to make like a masala, like a mayo, you could make like a little oil with the things that we
I
just
love
used, and you could
that.
make a thing that way.
I love
Then we're
that.
gonna go in with our mince because we want all of those delicious flavors to go into our mince as well. So we're gonna cook that down. Now, Graham, when I was growing up, right, a fit cook with a mince was a staple for us. But I had a very weird palate growing up, so I didn't actually like it. But now, obviously, as I'm older, I learn to appreciate the finer things in life.
You learn to develop your palate, okay?
100%. So what I would do is I would take the fit cook and I would just have it with jam. Or with jam
I'm
and
down
some
with that.
cheese. And I know that across South Africa, there's many different ways that people enjoy it. But yeah, I used to eat it with just jam and cheese.
Well, it's make your own jam donuts kind of vibe. I absolutely love it. For me, it was a special on a Wednesday. What's your favorite style? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a voice note. You can WhatsApp us 063-408-8863. In fact, if you've got any local cuisine related questions, Bass is ready to answer. And if you want to inspire us with your take, because as we said, your way is the best way because it's what you know and it's what you love. And generally, something like this will be passed down through a couple of generations. So that's kind of compound cooking growth.
100%. And like I said, you like sort of develop your own flavor and your own way that you like to eat things. For example, we know you don't like coriander, so you're not going to put any coriander in.
I like the way you said we know. We all know. We know. We understand.
I feel. So, yeah, you make it your own. You do your own. And I'm going to show you as soon as our mince cooks off a little bit. But while that's going, I want to talk to you about the fed cook.
All right.
Itself. So you'll notice we don't have any.
I was
and
gonna
why is
say.
that? Because Bass is lazy.
I was going to say, no, it's been eaten already, which does happen.
I'm
it does
joking.
happen in this kitchen.
It's obviously such a labor of love. So if you make it from scratch, it's a bread dough. So dough that's like leavened or risen by yeast. But today we decided we don't need to do that because we also live in an age where you can go to your local supermarket, you can buy it. So we'll put it together a little bit later on. Or you also get the ready mixes where you just add some water, some oil, and then, Bob's your uncle, you've got your...
And don't make it more difficult than it has to be. I love, from a social perspective, we did a fed cook breakfast where we just made a ton of fed cooks and then had some mince, had some scrambled egg, had some beautiful jams, cheeses. Just have a little bit of fun with this where you get to see people express themselves and what they really like, what they've grown up with. There's also one person who rocks up with fish fingers or something. Let them.
People always come for me, though, but like a curry with an egg on the top.
Ooh.
A little bit of mayonnaise because that's
your Cape Town list coming out now.
That's a staple in my life.
An egg on anything is just fine. I love that. With the mince, because it's relatively lean, is there a danger of overcooking? Is it going to just keep drawing in those
so
flavors?
you'll see that it's going now, and it's basically cooked, and we've got even some crispy bits at the bottom that got a bit crispy, and I don't mind that. And there are also some raw bits, but I don't want to take it too far because you don't want it to be too dry.
And it's going to carry on cooking.
I'm going to pop in some beef stock here, because what that's going to do is going to help keep it moist, but it's going to help it continue to cook. Okay?
I love it. Well, we're going to continue to cook and we're going to continue with this beautiful combination. It's fed cook and mince. It's got to be one of the most South African sentences that has ever been said. And for us, it's got to be curried, but you can let us know what inspires you. In fact, if you've got any questions, any inspiration as it comes to the best in local, we'd love to hear from you. Well, that smells amazing, eh?
The smell.
Are you getting nostalgia by any
Oh
chance?
my goodness, took me right back to my childhood.
Yeah, I'm like just missing my mother now suddenly because of all of this. So, Bob, shout out to you and all the incredible food you've made. Bass, you're inspiring us for a world of flavor that we just cannot wait for. And it's getting even better because someone else, and this is Bass's friend too, goes by the name of Aisha Baker, is coming through for a podcast conversation. Yes, it's a podcast like no other. It's Bake the Blog, and I can't wait to dive into conversations and get some inspiration for all these flavors coming through this morning.
Yes,
Smelling so good in the studio.
And I have a feeling that Aisha can bake, so I want to put her to the test a little bit later. But before we get into that, hopefully she'll join us on the couch for some entertainment news. Got to update you in the world of local and international things that have been going on. Some good stuff for you. So stick around, Mzansi. We'll see you very soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Mzansi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're opening up right here on S3, and especially when it comes to incredible conversation and inspirational people. Speaking of, in a fast-evolving digital and social media world, staying authentic and connected, I think, is so important. More important than ever. So today we're going to be getting all the inspiration with a fresh season, new perspectives, and a whole new approach to Baked the Podcast. So let's give an Expresso welcome to the entrepreneur, the creator, and host, Aisha Baker!
Miss Aisha Baker.
So can I get that on a reel? Good morning.
That's your official intro.
Hire us for all your events whenever you go out
No,
there.
that's my alarm clock, actually.
I love
I
it.
start my day like that.
Just remind me that I'm her. No, I love it. Aisha, thank you for being here. I'm such a fan of yours. I love everything you do. And it even goes all the way back to like varsity. And I don't know if you know this, Raul, because we've been fashion girlies for a minute, but Aisha used to be that girl on campus who were all like, who's that? Oh my goodness, who's that? She was like the OG fashion icon.
Okay.
And now that the term influence has been thrown around, I really wonder if like you resonate with that, if you call yourself an influencer.
Yeah. You know, these titles are very iffy for me because when I started as a blogger, and really I was just a girl thrifting clothes from like the hospice shop, honestly. You guys all thought I looked so cool as buying $5 t-shirts.
I love it.
So then when influencer came around, I accepted it. I'll always accept the titles, creator, influencer, whatever. But I think I'm really a creative, and my motto is live to inspire. So I just try to live an inspirational life and see that, you know, if you resonate with me, then yes, I'm an influencer, I'm a creator, I'm a podcaster, I'm whatever you want me to be.
Come on,
I am whatever you say I am.
And I think what you are is someone that definitely inspires, and I think you unlock a special part of people. I mean, if you listen to what Carissa's saying, the fact that you were living authentically, thrifting, but the way you wore it obviously inspired many around you, and that's been happening for quite a while now, right?
Yeah,
More than a decade, I think, to be honest.
Yes, unfortunately.
How do you decide that, okay, now's the time for me to get into something new, to express myself in a different way, and to bring on good conversation? How do you decide that the podcast is the right time for you?
That's a really good question. So I started the podcast before because I just love talking. I'm a little pratchy. I just want to talk all the time. So I started the podcast with a friend of mine, and it wasn't serious or anything. We were doing a lot of influencer work, and then COVID hit, and we couldn't shoot or do anything. And then I thought, you know, I want to take this seriously someday. I just didn't know when, and I didn't have the inspiration or the creativity to take it to the next level.
Right.
And things have changed in the industry, and I see that everyone's got video podcasts, and the conversations are so rich. And I think it's time now, as South Africans, if anyone wants to start a podcast, like now's the time to do it. There's money available. It's a nice industry to get into. It's fresh and it's interesting, and we have a lot to say, and there's not a lot of content where we can really be ourselves as South Africans. We've taken over TikTok, as you can see, like literally South Africa's killing it.
Yep.
And I think podcasts are the next thing for us. So I just want to step into that direction. I have things to say. I'm creative. I want to showcase myself, and I'm ready to go there.
I love it. The limit does not exist.
Well, no.
No, it doesn't. We can keep on pushing. Where can people find it? Where can we consume, watch, and binge?
Okay, so it's just gone live right now on Spotify, and you can find it on Apple as well and on YouTube. And hopefully you guys will come on. You'll be my
Is that
guest.
an invitation?
Yes, it is.
What is it that we can expect from the podcast? What's the conversation detailing? What is it highlighting? What can we get from it?
That's a great question. So before I used to do interviews much like this, and then I just felt that my audience wants to know more about me. So there'll be a lot more solo episodes where I just talk about things that motivate me, my daily routine, Q&As, and then we have something called a solo sort of guest that we're going to rotate. So like Carissa would come on and talk to us, and we talk about, you know, celebrity gossip or friendship, which is a really great topic, adult friendship. How do we manage that as adults? I'm well into my adulthood. I'm 35 this year, and I still struggle to maintain friendships. It's not like high school, you know, it's not that easy. Relationships, and then also, which is very interesting, we're going to be covering sport, which is cool, because I have access to amazing athletes.
Yes, you do.
That I see at events, and I'm like, you're coming on my podcast. And I want to know if you're single, and I want to know what kind of girl you're looking for.
The girlies want to know too.
Yes, so we have some cool athletes coming on as well, and it's so nice that they're able to come on. And just a little sneak peek is that my husband is the co-host for that, because I don't know sports, but I know what the girls girls want to know.
Yes.
Does he know sport though?
He does know a little bit about sport, I think.
Does he know all
Like
sports?
all sport though, because I mean, it's one thing knowing your sport, but when it
Yes.
comes to the entire world, you must be really excited about this too then.
Yeah, so he's a cricketer and he's an avid sportsman.
Yeah.
There's always sports playing in our home.
Yeah.
So it's really nice that he's agreed to come and be my host without payment, which is stunning.
Oh, nice.
So you can ask all the burning questions to the rugby players
Oh, we
and the
can't wait.
cricketers and whoever else wants to come on. So I'm really excited for that segment. I think it's going to be interesting and fresh as
Yeah,
well.
I was going to say that. What a fresh take on the podcasting world. Also, just the dynamic between you guys. I think that you came to a point in your life where you kind of set up your boundaries and decided, you know what, this is my personal life and this is what I'd like to show to the world, which I respect so much, being an influencer or a creator. And I wonder how you came to that decision. I mean, you're a businesswoman. You are now a podcaster. You're a fashionista. You're a mother. You're a wife.
Yeah.
How do you even set up the boundaries and then show us this part of Aisha Baker that we enjoy?
You know, it's really tough, I think, in this landscape. We tend to overshare. And I think at the end of the day, there's the basic needs. We're looking for love, we're looking for connection. And sometimes we overconnect with our audience. Even regular people, you know, you'll see people oversharing on social media. And I think for me, I used to do that as well. And I had to peel back because if you think about it, it's like standing naked in front of the world. Everyone knows everything about you. And the only way I could peel back was to take a step back from social media. So for the last 2-ish years, I haven't really posted that much. And I really decided on what I want to keep private. And for me, it's really my children and my relationship, the core ins and outs of it, because no relationship is perfect.
Right.
And if I'm continuously advertising my relationship to you, you might want it to be perfect, you know? So I've kept that private, and of course my extended family life. And I try to not post any of my best friends because I want to keep that sort of sacred. So there's just a few things, but mostly I'm an open book.
I love what
You're
I'm
doing it
seeing.
right, let me tell you.
I love the energy I'm feeling. This is Aisha Baker 2.0. You've refreshed yourself, you've recalibrated, and you come back strong, and we're so excited for that. And we're not going to let you go anywhere. We're going to keep you around. We've got some entertainment news to pack into, just a bit of Zanzi. So, of course, Aisha Baker will be sticking around. The inspiration will be carrying on right here. So this is your reminder. I think a perfect opportunity to remember that success is built on so much. It's built on our passions, it's built on our authenticity, and it's built on the fact that we sometimes have the opportunity to share that with the world. We'll carry on doing that in just a bit of Zanzi. Don't go anywhere.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We gotta get into some entertainment news. Welcome back, Expresso fam. We can't wait to get into all the gossip, all the skinner, because right now we, of course, still have Aisha Baker in the building, and it's just gonna be a bit of a chat amongst the girlies. Can you be a girlie now?
Skinner and gesels.
Skinner and gesels, yes, absolutely love it. And we're gonna start with some local news first, because something really interesting happened on our South African shores, where socialite, as we know her, Kanye Mbao, but of course she's an actress too, we also love her on our TV screens. She recently announced her breakup with a long-time boyfriend after 5 years. I'm not going to say some people saw it coming, but that's what people are saying. Terence Kutsai Masonga. And she basically was saying, you know, based off of the past, she tried to grieve and get over it, but she just couldn't get over that one part that she said, you've hurt me a little bit too much. And we saw this kind of all happen in around 2021, 2022, when they had a holiday out in Dubai, and I think she left him at some point, and he took to social media, to our point from earlier, and he just poured his heart out. Where's Kanye? Oh, I'm so sad. This is what's happening. And people were like, because I think people don't care. They're just curious. Yeah. They're sitting on their phones going, oh my gosh, when's the next Insta story going to come out? I want to know the gossip. I want to know what's happening. But this is actually real people we're talking about.
I know, I feel so sad. I didn't know that they broke up.
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't she call him 47?
Come on.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah. I think we all are.
He was there during the facelift and helped with the
the transformation.
They were in game.
What are your thoughts on what I noticed to be quite a prominent thing in the media, where there's this announcement of the engagement, the breakup, there's justification, there's reasoning and explanations.
Do people want to know?
Yeah,
is it necessary?
Oh, we owed that, I wonder, sometimes as fans. You think so? Some people believe that we owed it because you shared the good part, so you have to share the bad. I don't think so. I think just break up and be quiet about it.
No, I was invested, I was there, I supported you, I double tapped, I commented.
You set the precedent. Yeah, that's true.
No
you wanted the likes, yeah, so let's carry on.
Ghost. Answer no questions, say nothing, never post again.
You'll see me on vacation.
Aisha's an assassin, I think.
I love it.
No, it's like never, no comment.
I love it. Well, let's move on from Kanye Mbao, and we wish her really all the best in this next chapter and journey of hers, and talk about another South African that really is just setting the precedent for what South Africa needs to look like and be like. And we're speaking about the Grammys, and Voter Kellerman once again really absolutely killed it. He won his 3rd Grammy, guys.
Wow.
And it's just one of those things that's kind of like, who's Voter Kellerman? Because if you're not in that scene of ambient, new age music and chant, that's what he won the category for, you wouldn't know. But get to know the name, Voter Kellerman. 3 Grammys in.
It's wild, though. Like, I think it's incredible, again, that we're talking about success that's coming from South Africa. You mentioned this with regards to TikTok as well. What do you think that, like, reason is for us? I mean, we've always had the talent.
We don't need the reason. We are the reason.
We are the reason.
We are so talented. It's actually great. It's so cool to see that, like, finally the world is, like, noticing us. But also, aren't you a bit like, I preferred when we were a secret. Now everybody's making videos talking about how great we are. I'm like, no, you're not part of the club.
Right.
Like,
we've been knowing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been on. Yeah. No, I love it. The spotlight is on us, and now is the time to do what you gotta do. Okay, let's get into another person. Did you watch Wicked last year?
I love Wicked. I just listened to it on the way here.
Oh, okay, you're a fan.
No, proper fan.
Proper fan. I love that. So I assume you're also a fan of Ariana and Cynthia. And Cynthia really has just been doing so great. Speaking about the Grammys, she performed Fly Me to the Moon, stellar performance. And she also sparked some conversation and controversy because people saw her with a ring on the carpet.
Like an engagement ring.
Like an engagement ring. That's what they were saying, right? And they were like, Cynthia, tell us more. This is what the ring looked like. And that's a rock.
Proper.
Wow.
That's not a friendship ring. That is definitely not a friendship ring right there.
Her girlfriend, Lena Waithe, who we all know is an incredible actor and producer and writer. If you remember the movie Slim and Young from a couple years ago, like she was also the creator and writer of that. And she can afford to put a rock on that figure, you know what I'm saying? So we were all like, is it true? But a source confirmed that the ring was just a loaner and it wasn't actually an engagement. I want to see more weddings.
I know, and this is what I really think is crazy right now, that genuinely the world loves love.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we get so caught up in these stories. I think to myself, and it's personal. Let them be themselves. But I'm like, no, hang on, you're in the spotlight. We love love and we love celebrating that. So whenever there's an opportunity, we get behind it. We want someone to be there.
We need more love stories on our screen, like the bold and the beautiful kind of love stories. Like,
You're right.
Everyone misses that like sheer gown at the window. And it's like, you really
Wind
love if you
blowing.
have a red rose and a sheer gown. You know, we want that. So more content on love, but maybe not people's personal stories.
Okay, Aisha, this
Maybe
is where we
it's
draw the line.
on-screen characters.
I like that. The line has been defined, and that's for Aisha Baker, who's not going anywhere. We're going to stick around and have some fun with her. But for now, the official duties are about to commence. We're going to carry on with a lot on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But G-Man standing by with the latest.
Yep, we are almost at the point of 7 o'clock this morning, so let's delve back into our national news. This one, a very stern warning coming from the South African Social Security Agency, otherwise known as SASSA. And they have warned elderly citizens and people with disabilities about a scam that is falsely promising an extra 500 Rand grant. So Mpumalanga spokesperson Senzani Ngobeni clarified that the social grant in aid is not a separate benefit, but rather assists those needing full-time care. And eligible applicants must already receive a social grant and then undergo a medical assessment. Beneficiaries are urged to rely on official channels for accurate information and avoid falling victim to fraudulent schemes circulating on social media. Just double check. Well, staying with the South African connection, the South African presidency has now confirmed that President Cyril Ramaphosa held a call yesterday with U.S. presidential advisor Elon Musk discussing issues related to misinformation and distortions about South Africa. So the call follows rising tensions between Washington and Pretoria, sparked by a social media post from President Donald Trump criticizing South Africa's land expropriation program and threatening to cut off funding until an investigation is completed. During the call, Ramaphosa reaffirmed South Africa's commitment to the constitutional values of rule of law, justice, fairness, and equality. Now, continuing with that international connection, at least 10 people sadly were killed in a shooting at an adult education center in Örebro in Sweden, marking the country's deadliest attack, in fact. So Swedish police believe the gunman was among the victims, in fact. The gunman's motive remains unclear at this stage, though authorities believe he acted alone. Police noted that the gunman had not been previously known to them and terrorism is not suspected in this case. Sweden has a high level of gun ownership, though much of it is linked to hunting, while the gang crime wave has been highlighted in the prevalence of illegal weapons now as well. Now, the alliance of rebel groups in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo have now declared a humanitarian ceasefire. In a statement, the group, which includes the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels, cited, and we quote, humanitarian reasons after it's been capturing territory in eastern parts of the country. The UN said at least 900 people have been killed and some 2,880 injured in recent fighting in and around Goma. And the ceasefire comes ahead of a planned meeting of Southern African Development Community and East African community leaders scheduled for Saturday in Tanzania. Now let's round off with some fantastic news, and yes, we did touch on it in our entertainment report. South African flautist Wouter Kellerman, Japanese cellist Eru Matsumoto, and Indian vocalist Chandrika Tandon all celebrated a massive win on Sunday evening in Los Angeles, scooping the Grammy for Best New Age Ambient or Chant Album with their beautiful creation Treveni. So Kellerman, now a 3-time Grammy Award winner, shared heartfelt thanks, saying the award proves music's power to unite and heal. Tannen also expressed joy and gratitude during her speech, reminding everyone that, and again we quote, music is love, light and laughter. Hear, hear. The trio's album, which explores the healing power of music, truly resonates in today's world. I think we need that voice. Kellerman proudly represented South Africa once again, and his win filling our hearts with unbelievable pride. And I think you know how special he is on your Feel Good Breakfast show as well. So proud of that South African connection. But that's where we leave our news headlines for now. Let's delve into the sport.
Well, Well, you can definitely be proud if you are a fan of MI Cape Town because they booked their spot in the Betway SA20 final with a dominant 39-run win over Paul Royals in qualifier 1. And that took place at St. George's Park. Now, posting 199 runs for 4 wickets, MI Cape Town's clinical bowling sealed the victory as the Royals fell for 160 in the final over. Now, the Royals now face either Sunriser EC or JSK in qualifier 2, which takes place on Thursday, while MI Cape Town await their final opponent on Saturday at the Wanderers. Well, moving to football news, and Kaizer Chiefs were held to a 2-2 draw by AmaZulu, and that was at FNB Stadium, extending their winless run to 2 matches while staying 5th in the Betway Premiership. Now, AmaZulu climbed to 7th, remaining unbeaten in 3 games, while Chiefs now turn their focus to Friday's clash against Stellenbosch FC, while AmaZulu host Maruma Gallants the same day. Well, we stick to football and we move abroad right now. And AC Milan has signed João Felix on loan from Chelsea, and that's for the rest of the season. Now, the Portuguese forward, who joined Chelsea from Atletico Madrid for 46 million pounds, has struggled for game time, starting just 3 league matches. Now, Felix will link up with coach Sergio Conceição as Milan, currently 8th in the Serie A, prepare for tonight's Coppa Italia quarter-final against AS Roma. Now, lastly, in the world of sport, the Sharks' URC top 2 hopes have taken a hit, and that's with Makazole Mapimpi handing a 3-match suspension for foul play. Now, the Springbok winger was cited for eye contact on Cardiff's Ifan Daniel and will miss key derbies against the Bulls, the Lions, and the return fixture at Kings Park. Now, the Sharks sit 4th in the standings, just 1 point behind the Bulls. Well, that's all we have for you in sport. We'll do it all again in an hour, but for many of you heading on the roads right now, let's see how we can assist you.
Thank you so much, Raul. Let's touch on your roads for the first time. And we're sticking in Cape Town this time. We start out in Old Paarl, where delays are expected for motorists using the R300 northbound at Old Paarl Road. Now, weather conditions in the city is affecting one's visibility of the road. So please, if you are headed out, make use of your headlights and maintain a safe following distance. Now, sticking in Cape Town, there is congestion on the M5 North at the N2 inbound ramp, resulting in slow-moving traffic. Please do allow for added travel time to your morning commute and exercise caution wherever you are headed. Please let the road rage sit aside, put on the playlist, and make sure that you're good. That's where we leave your roads. Let's head into your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued several warnings for today. A yellow level 4 warning indicates severe thunderstorms with damaging winds, hail, lightning and heavy downpours expected across most of KwaZulu-Natal. Now, a yellow level 2 warning forecasts similar storms in the northern and eastern parts of the Eastern Cape, as well as the Highveld and escarpment regions of Mpumalanga, potentially causing localized flooding and infrastructure damage. Now, additionally, a yellow level 1 warning alerts to damaging winds and waves between Alexander Bay and Cape Agulhas, posing navigation challenges at sea. Hot and humid conditions are anticipated to create extremely uncomfortable weather in eastern KwaZulu-Natal. Now, before we leave your weather, we've got to touch down once again in Cape Town for that sunrise view. This time around, we're headed to the north out in Durbanville. And it's looking really cloudy, but looking beautiful at the same time. I absolutely love, Alana, that you've captured the balance of those two, but definitely we can expect some rainfall. 23 degrees is what you can expect on that side of the world. And Alana, thank you so much for sharing that beautiful view with us. If you too would like to share your morning view, the number is 063 408 8863. For now, let's see what you can expect in temperatures for the rest of your Wednesday.
Well, man, those beautiful views and maybe the weather got you thinking about a different reality. Well, how does a few millions into that kitty sound? If you panda, push, or play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 today, there is 7 million rand in total estimated jackpots up for grabs. So play Lotto for an estimated 5 million, then Lotto plus 1 for 1 million, Lotto plus 2 for another 1 million. Play them all and do it today. And you can get your tickets in store. You can go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking platform, or you can just go old school, dial star 120 star 7529 hash for USSD. Most importantly, just do it. And we'll keep all those deets up on our social media platforms, so you've got no excuses. Just go and play Lotto, Lotto plus 1, Lotto plus 2 for 7 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. Good luck.
Some money does sound so good over here. Not only that, let me tell you what's smelling good. It's what's behind me. How do you expect us to be on a diet when we've got loaded burry rolls coming your way on a Wednesday? You'll forgive me for having a cheat day just for today, because Sebastian, a.k.a. Bass, is still in the building for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Yes, the energy is up today, Expresso fam. Not only that, we have a gorgeous performance waiting for you. I know we've been keeping you wanting and waiting, building up that appetite for all things feel good right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So we'll serve it up after this.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
ABSA, official banking partner of the Premier League.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Yes, we are in the kitchen because Bass is still with us with some South African-inspired dishes. There's no better time to be South African than today. Now, early in the show, we whipped up some delicious gourmet-style vetkoek and mince, or amagwinya and mince. And now we're going to take things to the next level with another South African favorite. It's loaded burry rolls. But before we get to the burry rolls, can we finish up the mince?
We have to finish. Sorry, I'm just chewing
Your
some
mouth is
slap
watering.
chips. No, I'm busy eating the slap chips.
Don't eat the ingredients, Bass.
So we need to finish off our mince curry.
Okay.
So you can see that the curry is now nicely cooked. You can see there's that beautiful oil, which I love.
Love.
Curry is not a curry if there's not that nice like oil going on there. What I do and what I like to do is I add a little bit of chutney to my curry, so it gives it a little bit of a sweeter taste.
I like that.
And then we've got our vetkoek, and like I said earlier, we're all about convenience here. So we actually bought these. You can buy these
I'm
from
not
your
saying I'm
local...
judging you.
I don't feel judged. It's about, do you feel the judgment? No. So we're going to stack those up and then just finish it off with some coriander.
Oh, so you put that on the top. See, personally, I would have put peas in here. That's what I grew up eating. But you don't like peas.
Preference.
Preference. Fine, we'll leave it at preference. We did have a question coming through very quickly from Neville, wanting to know all around the curry, right?
Okay.
So before we get into that, though, I'm going to keep you waiting for that Neville question. Let's get into some boerewors rolls.
Okay, cool. Before we get into the boerewors rolls, Carissa, I like cleanliness in the kitchen, so please just wash your hands for me. Thank you. And we'll finish that off with some coriander. I'm going to move this way for now. Put this pot on over here.
Okay.
Not working, but that's fine. I'll use this one.
You got it, you got it.
Cool. So what we're going to start with is we're doing a loaded boerie roll today.
Okay.
Every South African loves a boerewors. Whether it was your school sports day, whether it was a church bazaar, whether it was...
Sometimes you go shopping and then you step outside and then you follow the smell of the boerewors.
You actually go to the shop for the
boerewors roll.
So what I'm doing today, we're doing a loaded boerie, but with South African flavors. So what we're going to make first is a relish. So what I've got in my pot here is just some oil.
Okay, what is the South African name for a relish? Is it just a relish?
A chakalaka.
Oh, kind of like a chakalaka.
Like a chakalaka, but
Okay.
this isn't exactly a chakalaka. It's more just a braai relish.
Oh, I see.
So we're going to pop in some onions, chilies, tomatoes in there. And then we got our flavoring. So I got some chili flakes.
Nice. Bit of sweet, bit of spice. Okay.
Some salt. I'm just going to pop that all in there. Then you want some sweet, but we're going to wait for the sweet. We're going to pop in the tomato paste.
Lovely.
So it's really just pop everything in and you can give that a stir.
Yeah.
Then once all of that is incorporated, what I'm going to ask you to do is take that chutney and pour the chutney in there.
Oh, that's lovely.
So it's going to, but you first want this to cook down and then it's going to caramelize again and become a beautiful relish like we've got over here.
Chutney is so underrated. I'll eat it on everything. Have you had chutney and eggs before?
I am more of a mayo guy, but I do love a chutney.
Oh, chutney is so good.
So what we're going to do over on this end is, and also this is a cool thing to do for like, you know, like a sports day when you're watching the games. I'm not a sports. Go sports. Not a sports person, but yeah. So we're going to have our rolls. You can toast them if you wanted to, but we're going to just move along in our
It's a
lines.
bougie one, yeah. Do you know, I actually cut mine down the middle. Yeah.
Why?
Because it makes it easier to eat when you know.
I want it to be messy and I want it to be moish, more of moish.
More of more.
Okay. Then what I'm also doing, so we made some slab chips, so just normal, however you like to make your chips. Then we've got our relish with our mayonnaise over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some mayonnaise into this thing. And I'm going to make like a little relish mayo. So we're just going to pop some of that in there. You can obviously use it separately if you wanted to, but me, I just like to do things.
You like your mayo, eh?
Problem. Jokes, yeah, I really do, like on cereal, anything. Like, it's really my
Why
favorite
do I
thing.
believe you? What is the weirdest thing you've had with mayo? Can you think of it? We listen, we don't judge.
No, I think that I said it in the first segment when I was with Graham. People come for me for having curry with mayo. It is honestly a proper curry with some mayonnaise on and a fried egg, like a soft runny egg.
On top of the curry?
Especially the morning after the night before. Does the things. Do you want to pop
I know I said I'm not judging, but I'm judging.
Do you want to pop a sausage in there? There's a... Yeah. Oh, before our sausage, actually, I did wash my hands. We're going to pop our slab chips into the bottom.
Oh, nice. Can you air fry chips?
The next day, you can reheat it in the air fryer. You know when you have leftover fries or chips or whatever, you can pop it into the air fryer.
Perfect.
Pop your thing on top there. And then you can add some more mayo if you wanted to. You can add some more relish as well.
This is cooking down, so I'm going to add a bit of chutney.
Yeah.
I just eyeballed that.
And literally that, just put it on a low heat and let it go. Like you don't have to time it at all. You don't have to be too precious about it. Put that on there. And then the last thing I need from your end, Carissa, is the coriander, please.
Okay, so we're adding some color. Pickled onions.
You know, people like to eat with their eyes.
That's true. Do you know what this would also be fun for? Like build... Let me just take over.
Sorry,
We don't need you.
Can I go? Bye.
Build your own boerewors roll.
That's what I was going to say. You
Yeah.
can prepare all of these things ahead of time, and then people just come and you're done.
I
You
love
don't have
that.
to stand in the kitchen and be like sweating.
Because hosting duties
all
are
day.
so serious.
But
I'm
you know
learning
what?
as an
There's
adult.
one thing about me, I really love hosting because it can also become a very
that
social thing,
so?
especially if you've got a kitchen as beautiful as this one.
Wow.
Your guests are chilling over there, you're here, you're making
Because
things.
I've never been invited, so. I'm just
Moving along,
saying.
what was the question from Neville?
Do we have Neville's question is the question that we got to do. But I do know that Neville, I got some intel that he was asking a bit about the curry, right? So you have vetkuku amaguinia and then you've also got bunny chow. So is the curry different between those two meals?
For a bunny chow,
Versus,
100%.
yeah.
So for a bunny chow, you would have more of like a meaty curry. So like a mutton curry or like a proper curry in there. There are obviously different versions of a bunny chow and people reinvent the wheel all the time. So they make new versions of it all the time. But traditionally, you'll have a vetkoek with mince.
Yeah, I've never seen it with like chicken even. No, it's not
I mean,
gonna
you
work.
could, because
Anything
it's
is
your
possible.
life, live it.
Well, I absolutely love it. Well done, Bass. I feel like you also want to add a drizzle of mayo on the top. There's never enough mayo.
Your recipe.
Okay, put some mayo and then I'll have a taste.
Okay.
All these recipes are available on expressoshow.com. We said it's a cheat day, all right? We're allowed. We're allowed. It's
I don't
a
want to do
Wednesday.
too much. You go for it.
You don't want to do too much
I don't
today.
want to do too much, like
Okay.
mayo.
Okay.
It's almost weekend, isn't it? Good, yeah?
I would give it a very strong 4.5 out of 10.
Wow. Wow.
I'm joking, Buzz. This is a 25 out of 10.
Is it?
That mayo actually adds a nice tang to it as well.
And like I said, you could do the mayo and the relish separately. So you could put the mayo on the bottom, put your fries on, top it with the relish, or put the buri on, put the relish on. And
I
then-
love that. Oh, taking brie rolls to the next level. Trust Bass to do it. Well done. Another installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Yes. So we've got plenty more as far as the kitchen is concerned. I'm going to tuck into this, and I think we've got some more waiting for you.
Oh, and then some, my friend, taking to the stage right now is the incredible Transatlantic Jazz Exchange Band here to perform Night of the Glowing Trees by Anton Roli. Enjoy. I'm going to sneak into the hottest place in the studio right now. I think there was smoke coming off there. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. Please take a bow while you're stood beside me because that was exquisite. You'll be able to see them perform live on the 7th of February, Joseph Stone Auditorium. taje.org.co.za is where you can get information, tickets. But Mark, I've got to put it to you, my friend. First of all, thank you so much. Magic on the keys, absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that there is a lot of mentoring going on. Masterclass series happening in March. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we have some amazing musicians, including Antoine and Kojo, also musicians from South Africa. It's actually an unprecedented event that...
So rare.
Yeah, we have live Zoom sessions that we'll be running from the website transatlanticjazzexchange.co.za. And we invite everybody just to log on and, you know, enjoy immense talent from New York all the way to, you know, our local heavyweights. They'll all be on there, you know, sharing their knowledge. And we're also doing a lot of workshops in Johannesburg, including, you know, we're going to Kailicha later today, actually.
Brilliant.
So, you know, we're taking the music to the people and the music is from the, you know, is for the people and by the people, so we're taking it back there.
I love it, and I love the fact that you're going to find the music with the people as well today because there is such an amazing culture here in this country. We love you guys. Thank you so much for opening your hearts and opening up our senses to a completely different experience. Once again, taje.org.co.za is where you can find all the information about the webinars and where you can see them perform live. We'll see you for some Valentine's Day inspiration that has people literally falling off their chairs on the other side of this. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. There's only one thing I have to say. Valentine's is coming. Where is your boyfriend? I'm sorry, I had to put it out there. But Valentine's Day is around the corner, and what better way to start your love and appreciation than with a thoughtful gift that your Valentine will fall in love with. Now, Megan Pedro, of course, is here in the building with her top homeware gifts that will make the heart skip a beat just a little bit. Hello, Meg.
Hi.
Looking beautiful in your red.
Thank you.
Okay, we got to get into some beautiful homeware gifts that I think a practical gift goes a long way when you're gifting somebody, guy or girl. So what are the top picks that you have today?
Gifting is our love language, and this is the time for us to really show off, right? We have a few during the year, but this really is. So when it comes to gifting trends, especially through Valentine's and homeware specifically, I'm kind of going to speak to two categories.
Okay.
So there's your cozy gifting, which I really like. It sets the, you know, the ambiance, the mood. So we've got beautiful vases.
I love
now,
a
our
vase.
selection of vases, again, it's the gift that truly keeps on giving. Our vases, candles. Okay, I'm going to let you smell this
I'm going to
one.
have to smell it.
Bergamot and lime.
Ooh, it's fresh.
It is
It's
so
deep.
beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
It is the homeware fragrance.
Oh, I
Honestly,
like
it is
that.
absolutely stunning. So we've got the smaller one, and then this one is actually a 4-wick.
Wow.
So how luxurious is that? That is absolutely beautiful. And then our Luxe diffuser. I mean, it is the packaging alone is something
bottle
special.
also.
If we talk about comfort as well, coffee table books.
Yeah.
Oh,
I almost walked away with it, but it's so heavy. I was like, I can't.
I saw you looking at it before. But there is a selection of designers that we are speaking to, and I mean, they are so stunning and aesthetic in the home. And then we talk about kind of layered gifting, the trend of layered gifting. And that would be like a photo frame, but add a cute picture
This is
in
the
there.
thing.
That just makes the gift, you know, one step extra. Again, with your vases.
Add
just
some
add the
flowers. Come on.
With your beautiful mugs and our beautiful selection, add some chuckles, add some hot chocolate mix, add something that just makes the gift that much.
And it feels personal, you
It
know? It
definitely
feels like you made an effort. You didn't just go, oh my goodness, it's Valentine's Day,
There's a
let me
mug.
grab a mug. You know? Mugs are great, they're practical, but make it something else.
Something special.
Well, speaking about personal, is there any way that we could add a personal touch to gifting this year?
Perfect. Let's go over here.
Yes,
so we've got the most beautiful selection of little gift bags as well. So don't forget a gift bag. I am a gift bagger over a wrapper, I must be honest.
Okay, I get that, but do you also have a stack of gift bags at home?
I do.
Yeah,
I do. I
that
have
we
a gift,
recycle.
A gift wrapped drawer, let me tell you, for sure. So we've got a selection here as well as a card. And the easiest way that I feel like you can personalize something is put in a scent to it. Then make it your scent. So whether it's a fragrance that you wear that your partner can, you know, immediately think of you, or a room spray. So this one, oh, absolutely, absolutely beautiful. So what you would do.
Help me out there.
Okay, so you would spritz along. Okay, stunning. You can smell. Oh my goodness. That and the card. But spritz the card at least half an hour before you actually write in it.
Right.
Don't do it just before because you'll smudge the writing. But absolutely smell that.
Meg, let me tell you, there are levels to this scent game. It's not just about the body, but our homes and our spaces can smell good too.
100%. And then you can also cut a piece of a rose off or a flower and add it. Again, I've seen quite a few things on social media with just kind of adding that extra bit of touch on a, you know, a wine bottle or something. And it just is so beautiful to add that stunning
I love
edge.
that. This is also really good not only for romantic couples, but give it to a friend, give it to your mom or
Galentine's.
dad. Galentine's.
Valentine, so important.
Singles Awareness Day, they say, but why not turn it into a bit of a Galentine's? Okay.
Self-love, I think, is
It's the
very
most important.
And what better way to do self-love than with homeware?
I don't need an excuse. I will just buy everything.
Completely.
Let's get into a romantic date night. What sort of thing would speak to that?
Oh, I love an at-home date night. I think that that's so personal and it's such a beautiful way to kind of upgrade little spaces in your home, create that little movie night. We've got a projector, and I think that that is the best way to have a little cute little at-home night. So again, creating the ambiance, diffusers, candles, the easiest way
Switch
to
off
just
the headlights.
the mood
Yes.
immediately. Have some beautiful flowers in your home. So again, room sprays, the easiest way. Open up your windows. That's the easiest way to just upgrade your space. And then can we talk about these? All right.
This had my name on it, I think. Oh, you're so sweet, Meg.
We stock the Stanleys as well as our Woolies range. And it is, look at this blush pink.
I'm obsessed.
Perfect for this time of year.
And the size of it.
The size of it. It's going to get you drinking your water, I'm telling you. So that is absolutely beautiful. And then I spoke about the NutriBullet on the go last week. And it is honestly the gift that keeps giving.
Keep telling us about this one because I don't think they got it. So, Expresso fan, just listen real close.
So
what do we do?
via USB,
Yes.
protein shakes, smoothies, dips.
Wow.
Anything.
Sure.
If you are the entertainer, that is the thing to do, honestly. It
From
is
a
so
picnic
beautiful.
to a mountaintop.
You're on the go.
Wow.
There's no excuse to get your protein in.
And have the dips going. Meg, this is absolutely beautiful. What is your favorite one?
Ooh. I think I'm gonna steal yours.
Oh, come on. We're going to have to fight for that one, Meg. I love it. Okay, you take that. I'll take the Stanley. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Meg, for always coming through with the home inspiration. Now, whether you are looking to create that romantic ambiance or surprise your partner with a sweet gesture, or just simply treat yourself to lovely new homeware, Woolworths has got you covered. Now, shop their selection of homeware Valentine's Day gifts. You could do so in-store, online, and, of course, on the app. Happy shopping.
It could be in the little things, the
Definitely.
inexpensive things that you buy. It could be in the big things, like redesigning a room, maybe
Ooh.
getting that big job finally finished.
Now we're
That's
talking,
love, man.
yes. And this reminds me of that favorite part of the morning, another episode of Handy Heroes. And this week, the pros are at Agrimark Paul, and that's in the Western Cape. They're going to be revealing the best DIY tips and painting hacks to help you get the DIY job done with absolute ease. Let's go. Yeah, I'll be.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Agrimark Decor in the Western Cape.
Agrimark is deeply connected in the community. We've been partners to farmers and residents in the town for many generations. As Paul is growing, so is the interest in our stores. As we are Agrimark, we are known as the farmers' people, so we mostly adhere to the farmers, but we do cater to DIY enthusiasts, to the contractor. So we are a one-stop destination for any hardware and farming need. What makes Agrimark Paarl the best hardware and paint store in Paarl is the fact that we are a one-stop destination for all your retail needs. What I love about Plascon is the fact that they are a well-renowned brand. They are a house name, and the service quality that you get from them is absolutely exceptional. My favorite Plascon product is Plascon Double Velvet. This is because of its amazing barrier protection, its exceptional spread rates, and the fact that from the get-go, from the time you roll it onto your wall, it feels like quality. My DIY tip is surface preparation. Surface preparation is everything in the painting space. If you have a well-prepped surface, you can do anything.
Today's handy heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
And us Paul's just around the corner.
Yeah, I'm thinking like burgundy and reds are going to sell out this month, bro. It's, you know, that the month of love. Come on.
Don't be all designery. No, okay,
Can't
just
help
because
it,
you've done
man.
a season of a design show. Okay, no, you've certainly earned that right, my friend. Absolutely love that. Thank you to all the handy heroes who keep us in the DIY fight. Well, when it comes to Valentine's Day, we also need a little help with our DIY.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't have the romantic chops, but when it comes to jewelry, we all get nervous. But we've got a little life hack when it comes to personalizing the perfect Valentine's.
And so many options with that. And also, we got options when it comes to our favorites. Aisha Baker is still here with us. And we're going to be playing a little game. It's Hot Takes with Aisha Baker. Yeah, you want to have some fun, you can join in the game too, Mzansi. Don't go anywhere. A lot to look forward to around the corner. See you soon.
Win a Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast Competition. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products. WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome to it. We are talking about the month of love, and with Valentine's Day fast approaching, American Swiss is here to help you celebrate love in style. Now, from classic jewelry to stunning diamond pieces, it's time to discover how they are blending luxury and affordability this season. And to guide us through the best jewelry options for your loved ones, we are joined today by Shelley Wilkinson-Rorich, who is the lead jewelry trend expert at American Swiss. So let's give her a warm Expresso welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Shelley, how are you doing firstly?
Oh, amazing. I just love the fact that I'm getting to show everybody our product.
You sparkle just like this jewelry, and I'm hoping we can find out more about why that sparkle's so true. We love gifting, and we love the opportunity to do exactly that. But when it comes to our relationships and some of those certain situations we find ourselves in, what opportunities do we have to do that gifting?
Valentine's Day is a massive celebration for us. So this year we actually took a look at it and we said, well, Valentine's Day is about not only romantic relationships, it's about gifting from a friendship perspective. And we know that there are some situationships. And then, of course, there's also self-love. So these are the 4 opportunities we believe that we need to engage with our customers and show them what we actually have.
So, Shelley, for someone like me that's looking to increase my range of jewelry and really build on that collection, are there any do's and don'ts that I should maybe look out for in this world?
So besides the fact that we really have the hottest hearts this season, we are going to do a total window takeover in all our stores of the hottest hearts because we know that that's what our customer wants. But in addition to that, when you think about friendships or situationships and so forth, I think it's really the biggest do, I think, would be look at the wardrobe, the jewelry wardrobe the individual is actually trying to build.
Of course, yeah.
So if, for example, it was a gent you were buying for, is he working on, for example, I can see the earrings you're wearing at the moment. Maybe it would be about building a black wardrobe with some modern metals that we have for men's, like some beaded bracelets maybe, a little cuff, rings as well. But in addition to that, there's always a good watch that can actually go along with that entire look. So I would say focus on the wardrobe. That's the first thing. If it's a lady, maybe she's building on her gold look because that's been very hot this season. And maybe there's an earring that's missing or there's a bracelet that she's looking for. So I think look at the person you're buying for and really build on what they are really wanting to showcase.
The more you know, that information can help you find the absolute perfect piece. Now, jewelry is abundant at American Swiss. What are the options when we're talking about gifting?
Very exciting. We are launching G&Co, a fantastic new brand to our American Swiss stable, which launches with gifting from 300 Rand to about 1,500 Rand. It's amazing collectibles, creating and playing with your wardrobe with exquisite design and such a beautiful finish. Then we have Tempo jewelry, beautiful pieces. Tempo jewelry also 500 Rand to like 1,500 Rand. Exquisite on-trend pieces, beautiful executions and fantastic quality. Then we have our silver collections as well. These are the beautiful billboard pieces that you may have seen.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 2 stones on trend, 2 colors with a beautiful, beautiful chain with a ring and also the earrings as well. I think jewelry is forever and it's an investment. And then I think from a relationship perspective, I think when you are young and you're in that space of wanting to gift hearts, I think that's amazing. You know, eternity rings. Once you've been married, there's always building that wardrobe. It's about having the diamond stud or the hoop earring, the pendant, the tennis bracelet, and of course the eternity ring. And so this for me is something around the fact that 5 years, 10 years, the birth of a baby. You know, these are the celebration pieces for me that are so exquisite and it's an absolute must-have.
An engagement ring is such an overwhelming and crazy thing for many gents looking to go down that road and commit. Talk to me about those options because it's quite overwhelming to think that this is going to be someone I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, and I need to find a piece of jewelry that can make that statement. And every time she looks at it or he looks at it, they love it and they can feel that love. How do we start that journey? Where do we begin?
I sense your excitement on this one.
It might be a big year. I don't know. We'll leave it at that.
Okay, so with engagement rings, I think that we've got a beautiful selection. Again, we have so many stone options, and at the moment we really believe that diamonds are for everyone.
Yeah.
So we have a fantastic range of lab-grown diamonds as well as earth-grown diamonds.
Amazing.
And we're really focusing on design when it comes to these products. And now I feel as though this is the perfect time to explore fancy cut stones. We have a pear, an oval, and an emerald over here, as you can see.
And that's the cut specific.
These are the specific cuts of stones that we actually have within our ranges. And they are an expression of personality. So you tend to find that when you have ladies that come and take a look, they tend to gravitate towards a specific cut. And so, for example, the oval cut over here. Now, I think Hailey Bieber definitely made this a massive trend, and then she did it again when she got her second ring. But the oval cut actually represents someone who has a respect for tradition, but it's different. She's actually making and building her own traditions in her own family.
I like that.
And then we have the emerald cut here, which is definitely one of my favorites, as well as the ones that I'm wearing on my hand at the moment. The emerald cut, because the stone is so clear, it tends to be the extrovert that goes towards the emerald cut. And then we've got these beautiful bands for the ladies that like the best of both worlds, the emerald and the oval cut.
The oval together. All right. So you could kind of like just rotate that to
you could
your
wear-
choosing, or kind of go for a hybrid approach and have both.
Absolutely.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And here's a reminder to you, Mzansi, to make it a perfect month, because you can make your love story unforgettable. And you stand a chance to win big with American Swiss this Valentine's Day, with prizes up to the value of 100,000 Rand. And here's how.
Make your love story unforgettable when you gift yourself the chance to win a dream jewelry prize to the value of 100,000 Rand with American Swiss. Simply scan the QR code on screen or WhatsApp Valentine to 064 898 8402. Answer our fun romance-themed questions and your journey to forever could start here. So enter now and love your way with American Swiss. Competition ends 28 Feb 2025. T's and C's apply.
A little bit earlier, you were saying Raul must just go and get married now. Just get it out the way.
I mean-
how are you feeling about that now? See anything you like there?
I got something I like.
Cheeky. Absolutely love it. That's the spice I was after. It's time for a little bit of fun with social media icon, I'm going to call her, Aisha Baker, in a game called Hot Takes.
Oh, I like
it's
that.
a new game. We're going to unpack the boldest and most controversial opinions trending online and add a few of our own.
I think
like
so.
this.
I might just slip one or two in there. But how it works is that it's about diving into the most controversial and talked about opinions on social media in specific. And we break down the hottest topics, challenge the extremes, and get right to the heart of what's sparking the debate. Bold, unfiltered, and never safe. These are the hot takes that get people talking. So we got to find out your opinions. Don't be nervous.
It's not a safe place. Normally we'd say this is a safe place, but it's not a safe and you can go crazy. This is an opportunity because this, I think, is a line where a lot of us kind of have our buttons pushed. So let's see if any of these push your buttons, and I'm dying to get your take. So let's start with our first hot take, and at least a great question to ask. Streaming or on YouTube or watching live on TV? Where do you fit?
Oh my word. I don't
know.
even watch TV.
Bearing in mind we are live on TV
I'm sorry,
right
I
now.
don't have time to watch TV. Live TV.
And we are also streaming live on YouTube. So I get that. Do you prefer a more curated experience? Is it purely a schedule thing?
Yeah. It's a schedule thing because I have kids, as you know.
Yeah.
Where do we have time to actually watch anything on time? We'd have to
Never.
just save it and download it and watch it later.
Yeah.
When they're sleeping and eat their snacks and their party packs.
Yeah, they're leftover chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Cute, man. That sounds like a Tuesday night to me. Okay. So which should we leave in 2024? We're thinking about Instagram, right? Monthly dumps or posting in the moment?
Oh, posting in the moment.
Okay.
It's not
Tell
safe.
me why.
It's not safe.
It's not safe.
Am I like a paranoid mom? I'm actually just listening to myself.
Do you get burnt? When you say not safe in terms of locale?
I just feel
in
like you
terms of-
shouldn't share your location in the
100%.
moment. Like latergram, later post is much better.
Yeah.
So, and also being more present. That's the vibe.
Okay.
Is this because you're lazy and you like to just wait until the end of the month and then just do, as the queen
Just
of dumps,
dump it
just everything in one post? Yes, your laughter says yes. I love that. I'm dying to get this one. What's your take behind blurring your kid's face on social media?
Yeah, I do this, but it's just because do you know that song, like, Baby, I'm Selfish, I want you to myself, I can't help it? That's how I feel about my kids. I'm selfish about them. I want them to myself. Like, if someone's like in love with my child but they don't know them, it's like weird for me.
Yeah.
So, and I feel that way about other people's kids. Like, if you post your child and I'm like, oh my God, it's so cute. And then I want to say hi to them and then they don't know me and it's so weird.
Have you had moments like that?
Of course, yeah, all the time.
Because before you would post them online.
Even now, I don't post their faces, but people will come up and talk to them. My kids are very friendly.
Okay.
But I do feel like I find myself doing that. We'll go up to like, hi, I'm your mommy's
Oh, no,
friend.
but also if you're a parent, you'll like see someone with a baby crying at the airport. You're like, I can give you a hand with your child if you want. They're like,
it's actually
just
weird.
get away, you know?
I know.
No, but
I
get
noticed
you
myself
completely.
doing that, and I think it's weird. So I think rather blur or like show the side or not like full face.
Completely.
Yeah.
It's not a safe place.
Yeah.
Online, in any way, shape or form, is not safe. I'm with you.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not a safe place now because people have taken advantage.
Yeah.
But before, it would have been so sweet to
It
be
would
able
have
to
been fine.
go on the journey of your
When
kids.
you just had friends and not followers.
Yeah.
It's a slightly different
I
prospect,
also think people should have private accounts and like social, like close. What's it called? Close friends.
Yeah.
So you only post their faces to like the close friends, and you know the people watching.
Then Elon and Cyril can talk about your posts later as the Starlink satellites fly over the country.
What's his kids' names? Like a calculator. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Well, society's become a highlight reel. We know this. We see it. I'm curious about your take on it because that's all we basically see when we're scrolling online.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. Am I not the problem? Because I post my highlight reels.
I
think it's okay. We don't have to share everything. Life's hard. Every now and then, maybe share a little. This is my highlight reel disclaimer. But I think we all know.
Yeah.
We all know it's by
You should
now.
know.
We all know, right?
You should know.
There should be some sort of media literacy around social media.
100%,
Yeah.
especially now. We all know that it's not fully there.
She says, don't hate the player, hate the game, is what
game.
she's saying. I get
You
that, I get that. It is better to be an aesthetic influencer or a funny and raw influencer.
Oh my gosh.
Hey?
And
so
give
diplomatic.
context because you come from the era of aesthetics, right?
Yeah, I do.
And it's moved into a different space now.
I like both. I'm a Gemini. I want both things. I want my
wrong with that.
funny, dancey videos, and I want my really aesthetic, like curated stuff. But I do know that we're moving away from curation. So I want to say funny and raw because we're moving away from
See what the
aesthetics.
brands have to say about funny and raw.
No,
you know, when
yeah.
their products are being represented. We forget this is the
That's true.
kind of commercial, the tip of the spear. I love that.
But also maybe TikTok for raw and then
Yeah.
Instagram for more aesthetics.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
You can split it up.
Okay, yes, we're in.
We can have
I like
both.
those.
Yes,
Solve
Gemini.
the
I see
equation
you.
of life.
My whole
I
art
get
takes
that.
is me choosing everything.
Yeah, I want it all. Okay, here's one that people are quite curious about. It's all around becoming a content creator. So yay or nay, you need a really good camera to get kick-started.
Oh, no, that's not true. Yeah, you can do it with anything. Depends on your niche or what you want to do. If you're doing humor, like comedy, you can just do it on your smartphone.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to go in the aesthetics, maybe a camera is nice, but cameras are so pricey.
They are expensive.
The mobile phones can do everything.
But also a camera can help you start a business. You know, so if you're
Wow,
thinking of
yes.
that as being an
Side
investment,
hustle.
I get that. So now that we've discovered how TikTok and Insta can work hand in hand, who's seeing it first, your TikTok or your Instagram audience?
I still love Instagram. Sorry, guys, I'm old. I love Instagram. I think that it's a safer place for me. TikTok can be very like throwing mud against the wall and then hoping it sticks kind of vibe.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
yeah, I love Instagram and I take breaks from TikTok.
I get you.
Okay, I mean, it's been a while since we had a hot take, so I've got to ask you about this one.
Okay.
Are you ready? Social activism.
Oh.
Online, right? Specifically. Is it overrated or underrated?
Underrated. I think that we need more social activists. I don't know. I think we're moving in that direction. I like people who are brave and bold and say what they think and, you know, have their message and like wear it on their sleeve. So I think it's underrated, yeah.
And there's a lot of, go on and on about the purpose-driven kind of groundswell that we're seeing within young people at the moment, but I'm all for that.
Yeah.
If young people are starting with purpose and putting their message out in the world, just research and make sure that if you are kind of passing information
100%.
on, that it is the correct information and beware of AI in everything. when you are consuming information at the moment, because most of the messaging coming to you is very much tailored. But then again, we get our monthly dumps of authenticity.
Just
raw,
coffees and matchas and
I love
shoes.
it. And maybe occasionally a little bit of cooking, because she can cook, and she will be cooking. Now, we're going to be heading back into the kitchen in just a moment. Aisha, we love you. Thank you for those hot takes.
Oh, thanks,
Got this
Aisha.
down.
Hot takes indeed, and the games will continue. Aisha's going to be sticking around. She's going to be heading into the kitchen, and we're going to be continuing to play some games. But there's nothing about a game when we talk about our entertainment. Yes, it's the Transatlantic Jazz Entertainment crew that are out here this morning doing exceptional things, giving us class, giving us music, and giving us sounds that we didn't even think were possible. And they're standing by to do more of that in just a bit of Zanzi. So you don't need to go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, you beautiful people, welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show, and I'm still chilling with the illustrious, the inspiring Aisha Baker in the building. How's the show been for you this morning on live TV?
I'm having so much fun,
Yeah?
but I feel very challenged.
Why?
Because I've been thrown into hot takes, and now I'm here with you.
You are owning it, you are slaying it. I feel like this was made for you. Can I ask you though, while we have you here, you want to plug us in on what's coming up next?
Yes, next up we've got Carissa with the news. Fill us in, girl.
Nice.
Ooh, someone's coming for my job. I love that. It's just a moment before we hit the top of the hour. Let's get into your 8 o'clock news. Now we start out nationally, where Gauteng MEC for Health and Wellness, Nomanton Komaralehoko, officially opened a new breast health clinic at Charlotte Maxeke Johannesburg Academic Hospital yesterday. Now, the clinic will house a cutting-edge artificial intelligence-powered ultrasound machine, which will expedite the diagnosis of breast cancer. As part of the World Cancer Day celebrations, the event focused on raising awareness about cancer, emphasizing the importance of regular screening for early detection. This year's World Cancer Day was commemorated under the theme United by Unique, highlighting the diverse healthcare needs of individuals. In other national news, the South African Social Security Agency, or SASSA, has warned elderly citizens and people with disabilities about a scam falsely promising an extra 500 Rand grant. Now, Mpumalanga spokesperson Senzeni Ngabeni clarified that the social grant and aid is not a separate benefit but assists those needing full-time care. Eligible applicants must already receive a social grant and undergo a medical assessment. Beneficiaries are urged to rely on official channels for accurate information and avoid falling victim to fraudulent schemes circulating on social media. Let's take a look at your international news making headlines, where Uganda has launched a trial for a vaccine against the Sudan strain of Ebola after an outbreak killed one person and infected 2 others. The first patient, a 32-year-old male nurse, died last week Friday. 40 contacts of the victim will be vaccinated. The vaccine, developed by the International AIDS Vaccine Initiative, is the first of its kind, and there is no approved vaccine for the Sudan strain. Symptoms do include fever, fatigue, and bleeding, with a 40% fatality rate. Now, this marks Uganda's 6th Ebola outbreak. Meanwhile, at least 10 people were killed in a shooting at an adult education center in Örebro, Sweden, marking the country's deadliest attack. Swedish police believe the gunman was among the victims. The gunman's motive remains unclear, though authorities believe he acted alone. Police noted that the gunman had not been previously known to them, and terrorism is not suspected. Sweden has a high level of gun ownership, though much of it's linked to hunting, while the gang crime wave has highlighted the prevalence of illegal weapons. And we close up with this story with lots of South African pride, as Tseho Gale makes history as the first black woman to be crowned Mrs. World in the pageant's 40-year history. In a dazzling Las Vegas ceremony, she captivated hearts with her grace, her elegance, and her passion for empowering women. Now, draped in a breathtaking Claris by Gerrit Pienaar gown, she radiated elegance, embodying South African excellence. And overcome with emotion, she vowed to use her reign to inspire and uplift women globally. Mrs. South Africa's CEO, Joni Jacobs, hailed her as a symbol of strength and purpose, proving beauty is more than appearance. It really is about impact. Tseho's victory is a powerful reminder of resilience, leadership, and dreams fulfilled. Love that South Africa once again is on that global stage, just repping us so well. Well done again to the new Mrs. World. That's where we leave your news for today. Let's head into that final bit of sports with G-Man.
And just like that, they've done it. Let's start with cricket, and MI Cape Town booking their spot in the Betway SA20 final with a dominant 39-run win over also a very in-form Paul Royals in their qualifier, or at least the first qualifier at St. George's Park yesterday. So posting a massive 199 for 4, MI Cape Town's clinical bowling after that sealed the victory. Royals fell for 160 in that final over. So the Royals now face either the Sunrisers Eastern Cape or the Joburg Super Kings in qualifier 2, and that happens tomorrow, while MI Cape Town, they await their final opponent for Saturday's final at the Wanderers. Then we turn to football, and Kaizer Chiefs were held to a 2-2 draw by AmaZulu at the FNB Stadium yesterday, extending their winless run now to 2 matches, staying in 5th in the Betway Premiership. AmaZulu climbing to 7th, remaining unbeaten in 3 games now. So Chiefs turn their focus to Friday's clash against Stellenbosch FC, AmaZulu hosting Marumo Gallants on that same day. Now, looking a little further afield, but staying with footballing news, AC Milan have signed João Felix on loan from Chelsea for the rest of this season. So the Portuguese forward, who joined Chelsea from Atletico Madrid for £46 million, has been struggling for game time, starting just 3 matches in the league for Chelsea. Felix will link up with coach Sergio Conceição as Milan, currently 8th in Serie A, prepare for tonight's big one, Coppa Italia quarter-final up against AS Roma. Now on to rugby news, and not the best news for the Sharks rugby franchise, as the URC top 2 hopes have now taken a major hit, with Makazole Mapimpi handed a 3-match suspension for foul play. So the Springbok winger was cited for eye contact in Cardiff's, or at least on Cardiff's, Evan Daniel, and he'll now miss some key derbies up against the Bulls, Lions, and then that return fixture at Kings Park. The Sharks sitting 4th in the standings, really could have used him. They are just 1 point behind, again, a very in-form Bulls outfit. So watch that space with relish. But that's where we leave our sport for this morning. There will be some more relish heading our way as we get back into the kitchen. But right now, hopefully the roads are looking nice and breezy. Let's get the latest.
Yeah, thank you so much, G-Man. Our last time to see how we can serve you when it comes to the roads. And let's move to Gauteng, Benoni. Now, there's a stationary vehicle on the N12 westbound after Putfontein Road. Now, this is resulting in a road lane closure. So if you are passing through the area, please do drive carefully. We move to Cape Town now in Milnerton. There's traffic which is slow moving on the N7 northbound at Bosmansdam. Now, minor delays are expected. And again, as you can see from the visuals, you need to proceed to this area with caution. Now, wherever the roads take you this beautiful Wednesday, stay vigilant while driving and arrive alive. From the roads to the sky, let's find out one last time what's happening in the world of weather. Now, the South African Weather Service has issued several warnings for today. Now, starting with the yellow level 4 warning, which indicates severe thunderstorms with damaging winds, hail, lightning, and heavy downpours across and most of the KwaZulu-Natal region. Now, a yellow level 2 warning is forecast for similar storms in the northern and eastern parts of the Eastern Cape, as well as the Highveld and escarpment regions of Mpumalanga, potentially causing localized flooding and infrastructure damage. Now, additionally, a yellow level 1 warning alerts to damaging winds and waves between Alexander Bay and Cape Agulhas, posing navigation challenges at sea. Now, hot and humid conditions are also expected and anticipated to create extremely uncomfortable weather in the eastern parts of KwaZulu-Natal. And speaking of, it's our last chance to dive into a sunrise view of the hour. And Langa KZN, KwaZulu-Natal is the moment of the hour. The sun is up, it's bright, it's bold, it's 33 degrees Celsius. And Arti has come through with a beautiful shot. I can't thank you enough for this one. And wow. A beautiful shot indeed. Look how bright the sun is reflecting off the ocean right there. It looks like a stunner out in KZN. So get the Speedos on, get the cozies on, and make sure you're making the most of it. For now, though, a reminder, we can do it all again tomorrow morning. The number is 063-408-8863. Sorry, 063-408-883. And you can come through and definitely bring that sunrise view with us, because we want to celebrate it with the rest of Mzansi. For now, though, our last chance to take a look at the temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
Just so beautiful. Makes me want to book my flight to Durban today. And I might just be able to do that if I Panda, Pusher, Play Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2. Now that is for an estimated 7 million rand in total jackpots this Wednesday. Now play Lotto for an estimated 5 million. Then you have Lotto Plus 1 for 1 million rand and then Lotto Plus 2 for 1 million rand today. How you can do this, I know you're asking. Don't worry. Get your tickets now in store on the website nationallottery.co.za. There is the mobile app, there is cell phone banking too, or you could simply just dial *120 *7529 hash, and that of course is for your USSD. Now as you're scrolling today, make sure you check out those details. It is at Expresso Show across Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you give us a follow and then also get yourself in the running to win big by playing Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for 7 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. We need you to play now, but I got a question for the gents. What would you do with 7 million rand today?
I'd buy everybody a Valentine's. That's
Really?
what I would do. Yeah.
Everybody.
Maybe not everybody, actually.
Like
I
a
take
rose.
it back.
Yeah.
Maybe a few people.
One person, something really, really special.
Yeah, okay.
In fact, we could probably buy everybody a Valentine's Day gift with that amount of money at these sorts of prices. We've got some great gifting ideas, and we're going to kind of group them $100, $200, $300, just so you get a sense of how much you're going to invest in your love. Because how much is love worth? Man?
Oh, it's
Hey?
endless,
Everything.
it's priceless, and so is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, because we've got priceless memories coming up. We've still got the Transatlantic Jazz Exchange we'll be performing.
Brilliant.
And then we're going to play a little bit of a game, and you can be a part of it too. You want to guess the romance film. It is the month of love, so yeah, we're going to stick to the theme. Don't go anywhere. Lots of love coming at you in just a bit.
Love is in the air.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Yes, we are now fully engaged with the month of love, and we are here for love on the show. You know we love it when love is in the air. Valentine's Day, the perfect excuse to shower your sweetheart with affection, and of course the perfect gift. We love a little bit of cheesiness because you must make a statement. So whether you're looking for something really romantic, thoughtful, something sweet, something a little sexy, Woolies has got you covered, literally, with an array of Valentine's Day gifts that will make this one to remember. So to make it easy, we've kind of grouped things in 100, 200 and 300 that we can put together in a beautiful hamper, because nothing says bespoke quite like. So under 100, I love that. For me, gifts under 100, we've got beautiful heart mugs, we've got so many beautiful things. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to ask you some questions relating to rom-coms, okay? And then if you win, okay, if you get that right, I'm going to let you actually select something and take it.
Can we see what we get?
I'm going to ask you to talk through anything
I got
that
my eye
jumps
here.
off the page. So what have you got your eye on? Let's start with our under 100s here. What do you really like?
Immediately the mug. I'm a mug girl. Under $100, you've got me. Love this. And I think I've been looking at Raul's hands. I think he could do with one of these. The hand cream.
You're trying to call me Ashwin out here.
Actually, once he speaks...
I appreciate that, though. And what I do love about this, guys, have you read what's on this? You're creepy. I'm literally going to give this to all my friends.
You don't understand. My son is going to love it because it's got little insects on, so it's a play on words. I love that.
That's my favorite. So that's under 100. I see some great options there. What's next?
Then we got under 200. Already we've seen the fragrance that Meg spoke about. Let me tell you, I was bringing it for our cameramen and they were like, ooh.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Obviously for the guys, you know, you're not getting no flowers, you're going to get socks. And then
That's very cute.
You got a little puppy. And then this is also very cute. I love that the Chuckles range has extended because now you get like mugs, a little drink sachet.
Is that like everything's there? You just add like water
You
or
just put
something?
hot water and then you get a hot chocolate Chuckle hot chocolate.
Brilliant.
Don't know about drinking through a straw, you might burn yourself, but if you let it cool down a little bit.
Or you could put some ice in there, make it...
Oh, my word.
Come on.
Now we're talking.
Some little heart-shaped ice. Oh, come on. Come
you're
on.
romantic.
Get out, man.
Don't forget, though, I think flowers these days, it's so perfect, especially when they're still alive when you hand them over. Because not many people can look after them. So this is a good way to get someone educated and maybe have flowers that last so much longer. Although I must just say that even the flowers you get at Woolies that are cut, they last forever.
They really do go the distance. But there's something beautiful about the living love that's represented.
Living love.
Living love.
And if it dies, then what?
Then your relationship's over, man. Just, no, please don't go and look at your potted plants. Your relationship is fine. Let's move over to some of our premier items.
All right, this is the area with gift sets, and I think, you know, those go so far. Also, they are practical, they are beautiful, so really lovely to gift somebody that. Also, speaking about practical, coffee. We all need coffee, so a nice little French press, a cognac bottle.
I was hinting hard at this one. Anybody else?
I know. I was pointing in that direction, I'm just saying, just pointing there. But what I like about this is it becomes a little less fluffy and a bit more kind of how can I use it? What's something I'm going to use every day? Remember your loved one as you put your belt on every day when you pull your pants up. I love that. No, I think the array of gifts speak to every individual out there, but you've also got to represent on the day of love.
Jewelry
Please buy
is
me
always important.
I love
so
the
personal as well.
pajamas.
I think if you're gifting jewelry on Valentine's Day, it's something that really stands out because you're giving it to someone specifically because you're saying to them, you look beautiful and this is going to make it that much more.
And it's not like you don't have to propose every time you give jewelry to someone, okay? Wow, can your voice drop a few octaves when you say that? I love that. I think there is something for every personality type, something fun for me in our under 200s, that little potted aloe. That is just gorgeous. If you're going to gift me anything from that table.
I think so.
Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, now that you've got your eyes on a few lovely things, let's see if we can fill your little gift bags here. And I'm going to ask you a question relating to some rom-coms. Okay? You look like you watch a lot of rom-com. That's your vibe. Okay, well, all the best of luck. Okay. And, of course, no Valentine's Day is complete without a bit of a rom-com, so maybe this will give you some ideas of what you can watch this year. So let's start with this one. A professional dating expert helps men impress the woman of their
I already
dreams.
know this one.
Let me finish.
I think
But
I
a gossip
know.
columnist soon begins to challenge everything he knows about love and romance and the size of his face when he gets stung by a bee. What's the name of this romantic
say this
comedy?
again.
3, 2, 1.
Hitch. It
We
is.
both
Go
get a
for
gift.
it.
We both
Go
get
for it. Yay. Take a look.
can we-
Are you right? Yes, you are.
Love this movie.
I love it,
It
so
is
much.
great, hey?
The Mendes, Will Smith. We both get one.
We both gonna. So are we choosing from anything?
I will let you each take one because I love you so much,
Ah, cool.
guys. I'll let you
I'm
take
gonna have to
one
go
for
with the
each
one that I'm
right
getting for my
answer.
friends. Someone like duplicate this.
Okay.
Get more of these because
You have
lots
more
of
of
friends
these.
expect these ones.
Very good, very
In
good.
my
You
bag.
can even use, and the bags, we didn't even mention the gift bags.
Beautiful.
Reuse, reuse, reuse. Okay, I love that. Let's move on to our second quiz question. And you please play along at home. A young woman becomes a caregiver for a man who has been paralyzed in an accident. She quickly learns to look beyond his physical limitations and discover the beauty of life.
I know this
What is the
one.
name of this romantic drama? Look, admittedly, it does sound like the baseline for a few different
Yeah, this
romantic
is true.
dramas, you know?
They've got the yellow scarf in the one scene. It's the girl from Game of Thrones with the eyebrows.
Oh, with the eyebrows and the nose. The one with the hair.
No, it's like everything, something. Me Before You?
Could be.
Or was it Everything? Okay, let's see.
Do you want to hazard as a guess there?
No clue, bro. No.
All right, so
Everything at
Carissa,
once. Okay, no, Me Before. I'm going with
all
Me
in.
Before
We're going all in for car, and it is. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
Me
it is?
Before You.
Yes.
You are the queen of rom-com.
Such a good
That's
movie.
the Dragon Queen from
Yes.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, and it's the guy from the
yellow
other one where they
scarf.
were like, you know, with the
In my
the
defense, I've never
sparrows or
watched
what
that
was
movie.
was it?
What is that? What is it? Do you know?
The
my gosh,
Hunger
it is
Games.
so
He's the
good.
dude from the Hunger Games, man.
So I've never watched that movie in my defense, but it
is
looks good.
so good. It is
Yeah?
so good. And it's a very unexpected love story as well because she's a caregiver to this guy that's now disabled and the romance just blossoms. But it's got so many twists and turns. It's so good.
I love that.
I get to choose a
love
prize.
that. That sounds like you do get to choose a prize. Go for it.
Going with the mug.
Going for the mug. Who is this for?
Me.
Yeah, exactly. And that is also perfectly fine if you want to just treat yourself this Valentine's Day. All right, let's weigh in with another movie-related quiz. A wealthy businessman hires a charming lady to be his escort for a week. As they spend more time together, he finds himself falling in love with her.
I know this one.
What's the name of, let's call it, the
Oh, is
most
this-
classic
is this-
romance
it's-
film
okay,
Three, two,
of
one.
all?
3, 2, 1. Pretty Woman.
Okay, no.
What were you going to say? How to lose a guy in 10 days?
Yeah.
Which is also lovely and romantic, but completely off the mark.
Okay, well, let's see.
Can we take something out of his? Let's have a little look to see if we are on the money. It is indeed Julia Roberts and Richard Gere.
Okay, I see where you were going.
But you
though.
know what? Because I'm so young, like, I wasn't alive. I'm lying.
This movie introduced us to Julia Roberts' smile, guys. You don't understand. I think people got to see a version of Hollywood that was just so awesome and
Yeah.
cool. And they were probably the first on-screen
They
hit
were.
couple that I can remember. So kudos.
And
We
they
are
did
here for
Runaway
love.
Bride. It was just a time for
You
good
get to
movies.
choose one more. You can take it from Riles, pack it if you want,
Maybe I
because
should
he
take
was so
something from my
diabolically
man.
bad. And the bottom line is, you can really do this yourself. You can make sure that the details are covered, because love is in the little things. Shower that special someone with love this Valentine's Day with Woolies' unbelievable selection of must-have gifts, and you can shop them in-store, online, on the app, or at Carissa's house. And you stand the chance of winning a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card as well. That'll go a long way. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us what Woolies gift would you like to receive this Valentine's Day. Drop some hints. Don't forget to hashtag Woolies Valentines. And of course, that competition closes midnight, Sunday the 9th of Feb. But you can find the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. Is it that stage of the evening already?
Drinks,
It's time for a
anyone?
nightcap. I love that, man. Beautiful,
man. I
man.
absolutely love that, and I think you are going to love every single option that you can get at Woolworths. So what are you waiting for? The month of love is that much easier.
We have been taken on a musical odyssey this morning, and I love the fact that this is based on the compound growth of the incredible transatlantic jazz exchange. They've done so much for the music that they love, but also the communities around them here in South Africa and abroad, and they are back to perform something magical. Duke and Ezra by Mark Fransman. Take it away, Mark.
Yes, this song is dedicated to the great Duke and Ezra Ngukana, icons of our South African oral tradition.
Wow, wow, wow. When we said by Mark Fransman, we didn't expect him to be playing like all 5 instruments at the same time.
What do you mean?
Absolutely amazing, but what an ensemble. What a privilege to have artists of this ilk in our space, and you get to connect with them as well. So please go and check out the details on our social platforms. There are going to be workshops, there's going to be live performances, free performances as well. Amazing. Thank you, Transatlantic Jazz Exchange.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere because they're going to be performing for us again in just a bit. So it's feeling like my birthday, to be honest with you.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
And also so much to look forward to. I think Aisha's still out here. She's found herself in the kitchen doing something. You guys were doing some cool hot takes earlier, right?
Yeah, I actually had a question that we didn't get to earlier, Aisha. So you're taking photos right now. Are we throwing on a filter or just as is, we're posting no editing?
Always a filter, because, you know.
Always.
Gotta stay looking chic.
I love it. I love it. All you needed to do was just actually that. That was fine. Just for us to know that I did it. Well, whether you're using a filter to watch us right now or not, make sure that you rejoin. We're back in the kitchen. Ostrich burgers on the menu after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show opening up on S3, and Aisha's still in the building, and that's why I'm so happy, because we've got so much to still look forward to. Oh, we've had great conversation. We've had a lot of games, a lot of fun, but I want to see how you cook and what you get up to, and I love what I'm seeing here. It looks like we're doing an ostrich burger.
Yes, we are.
And I love ostrich. It's lean, it's got good protein,
High protein,
like we're talking about.
yeah.
Is that your reason for choosing this as well?
Yes, so I am not like the best cook.
What do you mean?
I can't throw down, like I can't make like a massive pot of food.
Okay.
But what I can do is feed my family.
That's more than enough.
And
okay.
I'm going to feed them a healthy dinner. So I like to make sure that we have high protein. Everybody plays sports in the house.
Nice.
I go to the gym, so I need a high protein diet.
So athlete household, yeah?
Yes, we're very active. And then also fiber is important as well, keep things moving. And we always drink water, so the adults will have sparkling water or still water for the kids.
Brilliant.
No juices for my little ones. I know it's terrible, shame. You know, we grew up on the juice, but we can't give them juices.
Balance, I think, is important.
Yes.
And I think what you're doing is investing in an incredible future for your kids and your family. So, well done.
Just teaching them about how to eat well, you know, because I didn't learn that. Did you?
Not at all. And I literally went through such a crazy journey, speaking of that, because I think in our culture especially, it's all about taste. So it must just taste good, and that means add sugar to lasagna. You know, you're adding Coca-Cola, you're adding
Anything
crazy
with tomato
things.
has sugar in it.
Exactly. So I love what you're doing. You're re-educating, but not taking away the fact that we can still enjoy it and it still tastes good, right?
It's still a burger. It's still yummy, but it's a little bit healthier. Just a little bit, not that much.
And a lot of people very familiar with beef.
Yeah.
That's like a standard meat in South Africa. When it comes to ostrich, not everybody is that educated on it.
Yes.
Flavor profiles, is it similar?
It's kind of gamey.
Yeah.
I like it personally, but you can add your sauces. So we've got actually a stunning sauce. I'm going to get it out the fridge if you don't mind.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I love this one.
Okay, well, now I cannot wait to see what this is because I'm a lover of ostrich. I love the fact also that it's a leaner meat like we were just discussing as well. And what is this?
So
Gherkins?
this is going to add more flavor and salt because I figure you like a salty meal, right?
Oh, you
no,
know
I know
me.
my people.
You know me.
So you're going to use your reduced oil mayo. It's a little less calorie. My husband loves this. Yes, we're athletes.
Yeah.
My husband loves this one. And then I love a little saltiness. So just some gherkins to add a little flavor.
And
then
a bit of
obviously
freshness from the gherkins
yes,
as well, yeah.
and your salt and pepper. And you can flavor it up as much as you want. Beef is amazing, but it's fatty. And if we're trying to look like you do in your swimming costume,
Thank you.
we need to get lean, you know? So yeah, it's a quick, easy meal. It's not going to take us long. Let me wash my hands and then we can go, I think.
Beautiful.
Do you want to put this in the pan?
I can definitely do that.
Actually, you can cook. I'll just instruct you.
All right, at your service. With all the compliments you've given me, I'll do anything for you right now in the kitchen. So, Mzansi, a reminder, you can get over to expressoshow.com if you want this recipe inspiration. The pan is on. I am being put to work here because Aisha's going to prove to me that
This is a little Valentine's tip, actually. It's how to control a man. Compliment first. It's always the compliment sandwich. Look, he's doing what I need him to do.
I thought you're just being nice. Meanwhile,
He's
this
so
is a
good
whole
at
play.
that. Wow, I'm very impressed.
It's working. Keep them coming, though. I'm enjoying the compliments.
Don't you want to put some salt and pepper? You look like you're doing an amazing job. Wow, I'm so proud of you.
People, pay attention. I'm genuinely feeling like I know what I'm doing here in the kitchen.
No, you do. You're so good. So we're just going to cut open our bun. I told you this is a healthier bun, but it's also soft. It's brioche.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah,
okay.
and it's got fiber. We need our fiber. And then there's a little bit of protein in here as well. I like to say that. I mean, obviously it's a carb.
But there's some protein in there, so it
always
adds
check
to
protein and fiber. Whatever's in between, just ignore it.
those essentials. I think you're very similar to me. Being an athlete, I know it's really hard to always get your protein in.
Yes.
And it's crazy if you think about what we actually need to do to maintain muscle. If you weighed like, let's say, hypothetically 80 kgs, you need to have at least 80 grams or more of protein.
Yeah, like my protein goes 100 grams of protein. It's a lot, eh?
It is a lot.
I never achieve it, but I try.
But it actually isn't because theoretically that's the norm. That's what everybody should be maintaining.
Let's put this lower.
Thank you so much. How's this looking, by the way?
Yeah, it looks great. I don't want to ruin my outfit. You keep going there. You're doing so
I don't
well.
want you to ruin that outfit either. But you're 100% spot on. Every day we need to find ways and unique ways to get our protein in.
Yes.
So this meal is ticking that box so beautifully.
And you know what happens in the kitchen? Because I see a lot of people will look at you and be like, whoa, you look so great, you know?
Thank you.
What does he do? But you got to eat and train. Eat well and train well.
I think the fallacy is that everyone just thinks you can train hard and then that's half the work done. Guys, training is like 10% of the work. Training's the fun part. You got to diet every single day. Every day you got to get your protein in, even on the days you're not training.
Yeah.
So getting meals like this in is imperative, and I think it's so important.
Changes as well, right? So like we changed up our beef patty that has a lot of fat. We just changed it to an ostrich. I think it's great. And for someone like yourself, I would put a double patty.
To get
so
extra
then you've
protein
got
in,
yeah, so you've got like 35-ish grams of protein already, which is nice. And then your burger as well.
You know your stuff, eh?
No, I'm trying to look good, you know. This is my goal in life. I want to look and feel good and build muscle. So protein builds muscle as well. As we age, muscle is so important. So I lift heavy, eat my protein, and also eat cake and croissants and all the yummy things.
And I see you training with the fit freaks, right?
Yes, I'm a fit freak.
Are you enjoying it? Are you getting a lot of DOMs? Is the body getting sore?
Yes, my back is so sore today. I'm trying to correct my posture.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a lot of back exercises. I'm stiff. And, you know, they said, can you exercise on the show with Raul? I said, no. I want to look cute. I'm not sweating on the show.
Come on.
I want to see all my faces.
You're in good hands when you're with me. Come on. Listen, I know how important moving is, and I'm so glad that you've done this, especially as we get older, and especially for women as well. We all go through these hormonal changes, and it's imperative that we get the good stuff in, good macros. So a reminder, if you want some more of this valuable information, I think Aisha's podcast is the perfect place to get so much of this
100%.
rich conversation. You
And
chatting.
are you coming on, obviously?
I am. It's apparently official after today,
Yes,
so
we're
you'll.
talking about your body goals, definitely. I think the boys need to get the information as well.
I think I would love to chat about that because there's so much that people don't understand. It doesn't need to be complicated. You just need to develop a system. And I would love to have that chat. So, guys, look forward to Aisha's podcast. You might see some of your feel-good presenters on there having good conversation. But right now, let's talk about good food because it's of utmost importance. We got a protein boxes ticked from the ostrich.
Your
Next.
sauce, I like to put my sauce on my burger first,
Uh-huh.
just because it's less messy. That's
Yeah.
the only reason. But if you want to do it after, that's fine. You can layer that on for me,
Okay,
Raya.
layering that on. Can we also talk about ostrich not needing to be cooked as much as beef? I know some
Yes,
people think
it's
it
very
gets
quick.
hard.
It's 6 minutes on the pan, maybe 4-6 minutes,
Nice.
depending on how you like it. For me, it's delicious. We put a little bit of olive oil that also adds extra flavor. Eh?
Ooh,
and you guys, if you want to add cheese, go for it. Like, cheese is not bad. Mozzarella cheese,
Good
great.
fats, good
yes,
fats.
good fats. Avo, you can add some avo.
More good fats,
Whatever
yeah.
your flavor profile is. And I saw the relish that was made this morning, and I was
Ooh, you like that, yeah.
that would have been cute on
That's
this.
coming through, of course.
Some onion, you know.
Can we double this up while we're here?
Yes, please go for
Let's
it.
do it. This is a high-protein version, so 2 patties on there.
And depending on your goals, you can go for lettuce instead of a burger bun. If you really want to limit the
Oh,
carbs.
like you can go for like a carb-free type of version. Is that what you're trying to say?
Do you want to do this? My nails are...
Absolutely. Those nails are looking amazing, by the
know,
way.
they look so nice.
You
I
are
can't
more
ruin
than
them.
TV ready. I'm just gonna.
I'll just put some cucumber on, a little
Okay.
crunch, and go for the coleslaw. Just double decker that.
Can we
thing.
just show off everything that's happened today? Because firstly, let's start with the nails. Can you just show that off to the camera? And there's a reason for this. Because how you get this balance correct? You've got kids, you've got a family, you're making food, you're working on your fitness, you're getting the protein and macros ticked, and still looking this incredible, showing up on live TV at this time of the morning. We need to
now
know
you're
more.
complimenting me.
I'm not complimenting you, I'm being honest.
Fine,
because
I'll make the burger.
Reverse psychology and what now?
You fast learner.
Aisha, I'm being absolutely honest. You really are an inspiration, I think, not only to women out there, but just human beings in general.
thanks,
You are a breath of fresh air. You're being authentic, and there's a lot to look forward to in your conversation. So a reminder, let's
thanks.
get on that podcast. Let's have some good conversation. And again, a reminder that you can find Aisha online for any inspiration that you choose. I want to thank you for spending the morning with us, sharing your magic, because it has truly been that. And I can't look forward to just the success that comes through for 2025.
And there's a burger for you. I made it earlier.
Okay, thank you.
When I was looking disgusting, you know, that's when I made the burger. I don't look like
Stop
this. in
lying.
cooking.
She's lying. Don't worry about it. As I reminded you, expressoshop.com for this recipe. And Aisha, if you want to find magic online, you got it here. This is Expresso. Enjoy. Okay, let's eat.
Okay, please go for it. Yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we're about to make you feel good, especially if you come from the world of design. If you want to be inspired, then listen up right now, because for 17 years, Caesarstone has been shaping the future of South African design by championing the next generation of talent. Now, through the annual Caesarstone Student Designer Competition, students from across the country compete to be recognized as the best in their field. Now, the 2025 brief is officially live, and today we're joined by some very special guests. Firstly, we've got Tiffany Kuberg from Caesarstone. We've got Jaco Landman, who's a lecturer and a mentor, as well as last year's winner, Tyler Sibert, the 2024 competition winner, all year to tell us more. Guys, this is incredible stuff. How are we doing firstly?
So good.
Great. All right.
Excited to be here?
Let's dive straight into it, because I don't think everybody in the world is familiar with this, and for those that are, they know all about it. Talk to us about the Caesarstone Student Designer Competition.
Yeah.
What is it all about, Tiff?
Well, thank you. Well, each year we sort out a reputable designer to write a world-class brief, and that brief is then served to interior and architectural institutions across the country, where students can then enter to become South Africa's top young designer. And this brief is generally integrated into their curriculum, so lecturers are then able to send through their top 5 projects, and then we have a full day of judging. The judging is done completely anonymously by local renowned interior
doesn't matter who you know.
Doesn't matter who you know. It's all about the work, all about the merit. Yeah.
Brilliant. And this has been something that's been running for 17 years, which is incredible, almost 2 decades. Why has Caesarstone started this competition, and what have they been hoping to continually get as they keep running it?
Yeah, well, as a premium surface brand, we're focused on design and beautiful trends, so we rely heavily on future designers. So we do feel that it is our responsibility to support them at the beginning of their careers.
Jaco, you've had some incredible first-hand experience with this. You're a lecturer, you're mentoring all these future designers and superstars. What's been coming out from you? Why do you think this is so important for the students? Have you been seeing some sort of a catalyst effect where this pulls something incredible out of them?
I think these competitions forms a critical part in the development of the students. It exposes them to real-life projects.
Yeah.
It teaches them how to work under pressure, how to analyze a brief. It's very good for their critical thinking and where they have to solve and come up with design solutions. And Caesarstone is not making that easy. It also gives the students a very good platform to expose their work on a national level.
Yeah, and that is so true. I mean, working on My Design Rules, we work with Caesarstone, and you see all these incredible ideas and concepts. But when it comes to real life, let me tell you, wow, you see people breaking, stressing, and almost like, I'm not even going to do this anymore, just because of that pressure of a real-life situation. Yes. Somehow, though, the man of the hour showed up and he dealt with that pressure like no other. I want to say congratulations, Tyler. That was a huge accomplishment to go up against some of the very best in the country. What was it like for you? Do you think the studies came through here? And to claim that win, what do you think was really the final sort of nail that sealed that win for you?
Well, I think the whole process of the project was... I went through a journey, to say the least. I went through ups and downs. I had to really persevere through a lot of bad times to get into the right mindset to create a project like that. But I think, I mean, the project was so detailed and there were so many elements that you could not miss. It was designing a museum of South African languages. And, you know, you could look at it, you can look at the brief and it's such a deep understanding as to where you can go with it. And you had to showcase it in the correct manner. So yeah, it was a great feeling and got it right at the end of the day. But yeah.
And let's talk about that award, man. Like, what does that actually mean to you, being a designer, a young designer that's about to take over the world? I'm putting that out there.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this award, man.
I'm a very competitive person, and I knew of this competition for the past 4 years. And when I started my studies, I said to Jaco, I want to win that competition. And like I said previously, the journey I went through to be able to obtain that, and it's not an award for myself. I went through a lot with other people. A lot of people guided me, pushed me, motivated me to work harder. And, you know, it's the cherry on the top to say that, you know, I did get it all right, and I did make it on top, and I, you know, conquered all of those challenges that came across my life in this process.
You did that, man. You absolutely did that. And I think for 2025, someone's going to want to replicate exactly that. Do you have any advice, seeing that you're the champion right now, some words of wisdom just for anybody entering the competition? Obviously, you have the expertise. What would you maybe assist them with? Pointers, guidance, anything to help them in the process?
I would say read the brief to its fullest extent.
Yeah.
If anything, surpass the brief. I think listen to what the judges are asking for. Listen to what the author is saying. Don't miss the little details. Look, do your research. Do a lot of research and a lot of crits with your lecturer. That's a massive play in your development within this project, because the more crits you do, the more your project develops. I think be yourself. Don't be something you're not. Be honest, and really embrace your design and make it your own, because at the end of the day, it is you that is showing through the design. It's not someone else. That's your design identity that you're portraying to the judges for this competition.
Nice, Tyler. You're just a proud lecturer there right now, yeah?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I think Tyler, ever since he said to me in first year, I'm going to win that competition, it's very true that he said the journey that students go through in designing this and analyzing the brief. This brief has got such multi-layers to it, and it really comes down to what the judges is asking for, but you need to do your research in the background to know what that is. And then from that, you formalize a final product.
Beautiful stuff. Well, I'm going to thank all three of you for coming through, for inspiring Mzansi, who I think are definitely wanting to get a part of this. And a reminder, if you do want to be a part of the 2025 Caesarstone Student Designer Competition, it is officially open, and the next wave of creative talent is ready to shine. So if you're a student designer with a passion for architecture and interiors, then all you got to do is visit Caesarstone SA on social media to find out more and submit your entries. So this is your reminder. Don't miss out on this chance to make your mark. You can be like these superstars over here on the couch, doing something incredible in the world of design, making your mark, representing South Africa, and doing the utmost. So good luck. 2025 awaits you, and so does your design. I can't wait for it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Brilliant stuff.
Thanks so much.
Again, I say you host one design reality show,
And
suddenly
then-
you're the guy. No, I love that. Some sage advice coming from a very young, fresh, but clearly inspired mind, and that's the perfect prelude to what we're going to chat about now. When students have access to excellent educational facilities and mentors, they're not just learning, they are thriving. And this Saturday, that's the 8th of February, you have the chance to check out the outstanding facilities at the Joburg Crawford International Schools campuses to get a feel for the ultimate schooling experience for your kids. And you've got to get that feel. It is so important. I can speak from my own experience to go there. Feel it for yourself, then you know, your gut tells you.
Oh, I like that. Lead with your gut. Now, that's for the parents too. And if you are ready to win big for your kids and stand a chance to win a 2,000 Rand Waltons voucher, then this one is definitely for you. How you enter is simply to head over to our Expresso social media pages and tell us what you think gives Crawford International Schools a globally competitive edge and why you would want your child to enroll there. That's the Crawford International School, of course. Remember to include the hashtag Crawford International Schools on the Expresso social media pages. Now, this competition does close on the 9th of February, so please make use of Saturday. And like Grace says, see what you feel when you're there. T's and C's, of course, apply, and good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back one last time. We have been loving, just reveling in having the Transatlantic Jazz Exchange in studio. An incredible, as Carissa said, movement that is creating very powerful links, and you have an opportunity to link up with them. So, as we have said, they are running master classes. The series begins on the 15th of this month, running up until the 12th of March. You can visit taje.org.co.za to get more info, and you can go and see this band perform live at the Joseph Stone Auditorium in Athlone, and that's happening this Friday, and tickets can be found at the same website, but you don't have to wait too long to see them perform because they're going to do it right now. And another absolute banger. This is Laser Beam by Kojo Roni. Enjoy. taje.org.za is where you can find all the deets. They're running seminars, free performance, and of course, an amazing curated performance this coming Friday. We'll keep all of those details up. I was trying to see whose fingers were moving fastest there.
My brain was moving
an experience. I feel like I've been in a cartoon just running for like the last 20 minutes. Absolutely beautiful. That one titled Laser Beam. So thank you so much to them. What a force. And thank you to you,
Aisha.
madam.
Guys, I had so much fun.
Listen, Aisha, we were talking about your blog the entire morning and we never spoke about when it's actually coming out.
Oh, so my podcast, right, is launching today. It's live now.
Oh,
you can listen
you
to it.
check.
Please, go get in your car and listen. And give us a 5-star review, please. Even if you don't listen.
We can access it on any streaming platform.
Yes, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, anywhere you listen to good podcasts.
Wow. Oh, you've earned the right. You have earned the right for this to be a
man.
massive success. So please enjoy it. Send love to the hubby as well
I
and
know,
the kids.
I will.
who
I'm
are at
watching the
school.
SA20 this weekend, guys. Please.
Oh, yes. You'll be there.
The
As
final.
long as you invite us, we'll be there.
I can't invite you. Yeah.
She probably could. She could invite any of you. So go and show her some love, certainly on the social media streets. Do that. And thank you so much to all of you for joining us for what has been a beautiful way to get over the hub. Man, I love it. We'll see you again, same time, same place tomorrow. Adios. Mwah. Well done, everybody.
Another feel-good production.